Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. Guard.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called The Man Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed, remain calm. You on the road and chill, do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You now rocking with the voice, you know who it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
Salute to the orange and blue skies, man. You already know what the vibes is tonight, man. Is Knicks basketball Friday night. Knicks will be playing on Halloween night tonight in Chicago against the Chicago Bulls. Knicks coming into season 2-2 on the season, losers of 2 in a row against the red-hot Chicago Bulls, man, who are 4-0 on the season. Man, that should be a great game, man. Knicks looking to get on the right ship, man, to get back on a winning track, man, against this young, hungry Bulls team, man. Should be a great game tonight from the United Center, man. Thank you guys for tapping into this live stream, Knicks versus Bulls, man. If this is your first time to the Man Cave podcast, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Also share it on all social media platforms, man, as well as go subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network, man. The links are right there in the chat, man. It is free. It costs you nothing at all to subscribe, man. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, man. And tonight for the Knicks, man, hey, to get a boost back, Mitchell Robinson makes his season debut for the Knicks, so most likely he'll be starting tonight at center, along with Towns, Anunoby, Bridges, and Jalen Brunson. But like I said, coming in, man, Bulls are hot, man, right now, 4-0 on the season, undefeated. So see if the Knicks can get on the right track. Knicks coming in 2-2 on the season, man. Started the season out with 2 wins in a row, and then they lost their last 2. Hopefully they can get back on the right track tonight, man, get that offense clicking. Because it's just been, mainly just been the shooting, man. The shooting has just been atrocious, man. Knicks getting a lot of good open looks, a lot of wide open looks. They're just not making shots, man. At the end of the day, you got to make shots in this game. That's what it's about. It's about getting buckets. It is buckets, buckets, buckets. Got to get buckets, man. And like I said, Knicks got an opportunity tonight to win this game tonight, to get a dub tonight. But it's not going to be easy, man. You got to put that ball in the basket. You got to put the ball in the hole. And the Knicks have been struggling to shoot the ball. They're getting the looks. They're just not making shots, man. They just doing nothing but bricking these shots. You know, a lot of bricks. So a lot of bricks on the season for the Knicks. Knicks got to get it right, man. Got to get the shooting. So far, Towns is averaging 17 points and 13.5 rebounds, down from last year for right now, but it's a new offense, new season. Plus, Cat is playing with a quad injury. Hopefully, you know, he can get it right and stuff like that and get back on track because they're going to need him. Brunson has been phenomenal so far in the season. Bridges has been, like, between Brunson and Bridges, they've probably been the most reliable guys at the start of the season. You know, hopefully, like I said, Anunoby gets his, get back, you know, stuff like that. And also Cat, like I said, we'll see, you know, tonight. But Mitchell Robinson will be in the starting lineup tonight for the Knicks, which is a good thing, you know. So we'll see what we got to see if that'll help the defense as far as rim protecting and stuff like that. So we will see. And like I said, for the Bulls, man, 4-0 on the season. Who would have thought, man? You know, but hey, Bulls are scoring points. That's how you win games in the NBA. You got to score. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're going to go through some stretches of not scoring and shooting the basketball well, but for the most part, you shoot the ball well and put the ball in the basket. That's all that counts. You're going to get a lot of dubs. Like I said, the Knicks, like I said, they've been getting a lot of looks. Just been making no baskets, not making baskets, man. They just been bricklaying, man. You know what I'm saying? Building skyscrapers and things like that. And also, Deuce McBride will be back in the lineup for the Knicks tonight, man, off the bench. So that's another added bonus with Deuce Brat, some scoring off the bench and stuff like that. So it'll be great. Knicks could get back some scoring off the bench, man, to help the starters out. So you guys let me know what you want to see tonight, man. How you feel like the Knicks going to win tonight, or, it's going to be a tough game against the Bulls. And who needs to have a bounce back game? I know everybody going to say Karl Anthony Towns and things like that, man. So, it is what it is, what I'm saying? It's a long season. This is only game 5, what I'm saying? Still got like 77 other games left, what I'm saying? So we'll see how they do, man. But tonight, Knicks got to start with a win tonight. And then also Sunday, they will play the Bulls back to back, home and home with the Bulls. So Knicks get a dub tonight, then they can come back to New York and get that dub. But first things first, got to take care of business in Chicago on the road against the Bulls. Like I said, Bulls coming in 4-0, man. So they'll be ready for this game. They're not just going to lay down for the Knicks and give the Knicks a dub. Knicks got to be ready for this game. Knicks got to shoot the ball well. That's the number one thing. Shoot. The shots are there. You got to make these shots. I'm not saying you're going to make 100% of your shots, but you got to make majority of your shots that's available. They're open shots. They're good looks. Make them. That's all we're saying. You got to make the shots. So they'll be starting about a couple of minutes here and stuff like that. While they're at it, let me look at some other scores around the association. Right now, 4:40 left to go in the second quarter. Atlanta up 51-49 over the Pacers. Also, second quarter, Boston up big in Philadelphia, 64-47 with 2:18 left to go in the second quarter in that game. And also at the end of one, Toronto leading Cleveland 30-22 in that game. The 9:30 game is Lakers at Memphis. And then the 2 10 o'clock games, Utah at Phoenix, Denver at Portland. And the last game, the 10:30 game, New Orleans at the Clippers. So not a busy night in NBA tonight, in association tonight. About 8 games tonight. But like I said, the Knicks got to get this dub tonight, man. We got to get this dub. Got to get back on the winning track. Like I said, with 2-2, really could be 4-0 on the season. But like I said, shooting has just cost the Knicks some games. They got to shoot the ball better. Got to put the ball in the basket. I ain't saying we the best shooters, but hey, it can't be bricklaying like the way we're bricklaying, man. It's like, it's just a lot of bricks. And, it's not just for the bad shooters. It's also from the shooters, too. Shamit. It's everybody. Towns, Bridges, Brunson, Clarkson, Yabusele. So, hey, they just going to have to they're going to right this shit, man. All they got to do is, like I said, get the shooting intact. Like I said, it's not so much the defense going to help out a little bit too better, and also get back on defense in transition, man. The transition defense hasn't been playing too well, so they got to get back to doing that, too. But the main thing is the shooting. Got to put the ball in the basket. The opportunities are there. Got to make these shots. And sometimes, like I said, settling for too many threes, man. Hey, if the threes ain't falling, drive to the basket. Drive. Drive to the basket. Good things happen when you drive to the basket. You're either going to make it or you're going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. So go to the free throw line. You can still get points that way, too. It's not all just about just the 3-point shooting. So we'll see how the Knicks are tonight. Like I said, Brunson and Bridges has been like the 2 constant so far. Let's see Towns pick it up, and Anunoby definitely got to pick it up on the offensive end. And like I said, as well as the bench tonight, man, Clarkson, McBride, Yabusele, he may play. I don't know if he's going to play. I'll see if he's going to play back in tonight. But other than that, man, everybody else got to step up, man. Shamit got to make shots. Just got to make shots. That's the name of the game. Got to make shots, man. So Knicks will have the double bigs in the lineup tonight. I'm gonna see who the Bulls gonna start. More than likely, they're gonna start Vucevic, Giddey, Okoro. Let me see who else. What's that? Brazilis. Yeah, who they starters? Oh, and for the Bulls, injuries for the Bulls, Kobe White and Zach Collins are out of this game. Kobe White's been out, and that's another thing. Kobe White's been out, and they still been on balling and stuff like that. Kobe White is, a good player and stuff like that. Produces for them, especially off the bench, and sometimes he starts too. So That's another weapon that they're missing. But looking at their lineups and stuff like that, look like they're going like about 10 or 11 deep, like everybody else is going deep now into their benches and stuff like that. The Knicks are finally joining the party. So that's a good thing. Like I said, the ball movement and things have been good for the Knicks. Like I said, let's just see if they could put the ball in the basket for the main thing, man. Starting lineup for the Bulls going to be Trey Jones, Josh Giddey, Isaac Okoro, Mattis Buzelis, and Nikola Vucevic. So Buzelis and Okoro. And then I think Ayo Dasam comes off the bench for the Bulls with Patrick Williams as well. So Trey Jones, Josh Giddey, Isaac Okoro, Buzelis, and Vucevic. And for the Knicks, the usual starters will be Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Towns, and Robinson is back making his season debut. So Mitchell Robinson will be in the starting lineups tonight for the Knicks. Like I said, bench going to need the bench tonight. Josh Hart, Tyler Kolek, Shamit, Deuce McBride, Clarkson, and Yabusele. All right, so Knicks jump center, Mitchell Robinson jumps, and Knicks win a tip. Brunson with the ball. Brunson across the timeline, guarded by Trey Jones. Over to Robinson. Robinson back to Brunson. Brunson looking, finds Towns. Towns shot is up, no good. Knicks almost had the rebound. Robinson has the rebound, but he loses it to Josh Giddey. Giddey with the ball. Giddey looking, finds Okoro. Back to Giddey. Giddey throws it out to Buzelis. Buzelis back to Okoro. Down the lane. Lays it up off the glass. No good. Rebounded by Towns. Over to Anunoby. Over to Bridges. Bridges with the ball. Bridges looking. Finds Towns. Over to Anunoby. Anunoby at the elbow. Back to Towns. His corner 3-point shot is up and good. Or is that a 2? I think it's a 2-point shot. So the Knicks draw first blood up 2-0. All right, Bulls with the ball. Okoro with the ball. Over to Vucevic. Vucevic at the top key, and it is deflected out by Robinson. So it'll be Bulls ball. Yeah, so it is a 3-point shot for Towns. All right, Bulls with the ball. Giddey, and the ball is kicked, so the Bulls will take it out again. All right, Bulls inbounds to Giddey. Giddey with the ball at the elbow. Throws it to Buzelis. His 3-point shot from the elbow, no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Over to Brunson. Brunson ahead to Bridges. Bridges with the ball, guarded by Giddey. Bridges at the top of the key around the Robinson screen. Bridges throws in the corner to Anunoby, out to Towns. His 3-point shot from the elbow is no good. Rebounded by the Bulls. Vucevic over to Buzelis. Buzelis with the ball, guarded by Anunoby. Out to Vucevic at the top of the key. Over to Giddey at the elbow. Giddey. His 3-point shot from the elbow is no good. Rebounded by Towns. Throws to OG Anunoby. OG lays it up and in, and the Knicks go up 5. That should have been a turnover on the Bulls. Bulls quickly inbounds to Giddey. Giddey in the lane against Bridges. Shot is up and good. 5-2. Knicks inbounds. Bridges over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball across the timeline around the Mitchell Robinson scene. Brunson throws in the corner to Anunoby. Thought about it. Now pulls up for the 3-point shot, and it's no good. Tapped out by Robinson. Over to Brunson. His 3-point shot from the elbow is good. And the Knicks go up 8-2. All right, Bulls inbounds. Buzelis to Giddey. Over to Trey Jones. Jones looking, finds Vucevic at the top of the key. Over to Giddey. Giddey back to Jones. Back to Giddey around the screen. Giddey underneath the basket, throws to Vucevic for his baseline jump shot, and is good. 8-4. Knicks inbound. Towns over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball around the Robinson screen. Brunson shot is in the lane, no good. Rebounded by Brunson and the corner to Anunoby again for his 3-point shot, and is good. And that's a good sign. OG Anunoby, 11-4 Knicks. What's good, D?
What's going on?
All right, Buzelis with the ball. Shot is up, no good, but he is fouled by Anunoby. So Buzelis will be at the free throw line. So, hey, Anunoby with 2 3-point shots, man. Wide open shots. Knock them down. That's what we need.
It's looking good. They all look like they hit shots today, especially Towns.
Mm-hmm. All right, Buzelis at the free throw line. first free throw is no good. Yeah, Mike Breen saying the same thing. I'm saying missing a lot of open looks. All right, Bruzella's second free throw is up, and it's good. 11-5, and Robinson will come out of the game.
But that's a good sign. He's looking healthy.
All right. Knicks are inbound. Look like what's that? Shamit will check in for him. Knicks inbounds. Bridges looking. Finds Shamit. Back to Bridges. Bridges with the ball. Across the timeline. Guarded by Buzelis. Bridges at the elbow looking. Finds Towns. Back to Bridges. Bridges down the lane. Back to Towns, who lays it up and in. Should have been an and one. 13-5. All right, Bulls inbounds. Trey Jones quickly with the ball over to Vucevic. Vucevic at the top of the key. Over to Buzelis. Thought about the three. And stolen by Anunoby. Anunoby with the top. Brunson. Thought about the three in the corner. Brunson in the lane. Fall away jump shot is no good. Rebounded by Giddey. And here comes the Bulls. Giddey around the Vucevic screen. Shot is up. Oh, my God. Off the glass and good. 13-7. He just threw that up. All right, Knicks inbounds. Brunson with the ball around the Town screen. Brunson out to Bridges. Bridges in the lane. Shot is no good, but he is fouled and he'll be going to the free throw line. So good take by Bridges. Didn't settle for the three. Went in and got the foul. Like I said, if going to the free throw line, driving is just as good.
For sure.
Dewani, what's good? Salute, bro. Salute. Got to get this dub tonight. Lost 2 in a row, man. Like I said. Can't lose 3 in a row, man. We coming in 2-2 in the season. Bulls are coming in 4-0 on the season. All right, Bridges' first free throw is good.
I think Towns in this, he needs to mix it up a little bit. Like you saw in that pick and roll, he rolled to the basket. You know what I mean? Sometimes he just on the pick and roll, he just likes to pick and pop.
Right.
He's got to roll sometimes. He's got to mix it up.
Yeah, he got to move them puppies, man. Got to move them puppies.
Well, look, Mitchell back. Listen, it shouldn't matter if he get a little tired. We got somebody legitimately coming in to actually defend the basket a little more better and rebound. So, I mean, he could be a little assertive in this game to be, to help get this win.
Yep. So, hey, for you guys out there who celebrating was a happy Halloween, man. If your kids are going trick-or-treating, man, happy Halloween and stuff like that, man. Like I said, me and D was talking offline like, yo, Halloween used to be a great time when we were kids and stuff like that, man. You know, we used to go trick-or-treating ourselves. Our parents ain't go with us, so we going ourselves. We got our little bags or pillowcases, whatever we got, pillowcases. Going out there and get some candy.
They got designer bags for these kids.
I haven't seen it. I haven't really seen it, so I don't know the designer bags, right? For them to go trick or treating, they got to get a Birkin bag to go trick or treating. Man, and also, just like we was talking, man. Now they do they do drive by, man, and the kids in the car and they just go to the house and then they get back in the car, drive to the next house. Man, I was like, man, these parents are so soft with these kids nowadays, man.
Not Captain.
I mean, we used to walk. We got in a subdivision. We used to walk to every house and, the whole neighborhood and, a group of kids and stuff like that. But now these kids they be in cars. There's like a whole bunch of cars coming in. Like I said, one kid get out, go get his candy, get in his car, go to the next house. It's like unbelievable. It feels like you at the elementary school, the car lanes, the car lines.
For sure. These kids don't know how to walk nowhere, dude. They ask your kid to go to the store. They like, well, why can't we just get in the car?
You're right. Yeah, everything, man, is just, like I said, it's just handed, give it to them and stuff like that. They don't want to do it. Like I said, we used to play sports outside. These kids, they rather play the video games. They rather play it in the video games in their hand. They don't want to play them sports. They don't want to go to the parks and stuff. They rather just play Madden or play some, 2K.
That's exerting a lot of energy for these kids.
Yeah.
They're calling mom and dad to get snacks to bring it up to them while they're playing the video game.
Yeah, and they bringing it to them. I was like, no, get off the game. Turn that game off, man. Because like I said, the hours of them games is the fingers and also the eyes. the eyes just looking at the game and then the fingers, man. It's like, yo, what they say, that's the nurses, the secretary gets those corporal,
The
what I'm saying?
carpal
Those,
tunnel syndromes.
yeah. All right, Bridges' second free throw's up, and it's no good. Rebounded by the Bulls. Vucevic with the ball over to Giddey. Giddey guarded by Bridges at the elbow. Giddey looking, finds Vucevic down at the baseline. Vucevic down the lane on Towns. Turnaround jump shot is good. And it's 14-9 Knicks. The Knicks quickly inbounds to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Over to Towns, and he tried to, what kind of pass Towns is like, and there's a turnover by the Bulls. Giddey with the ball and throws the alley-oop to Buzelis for the dunk, and just like that, it's 14-11. All right, Knicks inbounds to Bridges. Bridges guarded by Buzelis. Bridges over to Shamet. Shamet in the paint. Throws it back out to Brunson around the Town screen. Brunson, his fall away jump shot from the free throw line is good. And it's 16-11. Bulls quickly inbounds to Okoro. Okoro over to Vucevic. Vucevic with the ball over to Giddey around the Vucevic screen. Giddey out to Okoro, and the 3-point shot wide open from the corner, and it's good. 16-14. Got to stay over there, Anunoby. Got to stay with the guy. All right, Knicks inbounds. Brunson with the ball at the elbow, guarded by Giddey. Brunson in the lane, looking, finds Shamet, wide open 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Giddey. Giddey with the rebound. Over to Buzelis. His 3-point shot from the elbow was no good. Rebounded by Towns. Over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Guarded by Giddey. Pull-up 3-point shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Kevin Huerter, who checked into the game for the Bulls. Huerter over to Vucevic. His pull-up 3-point shot from the top of the key is way off. Rebounded by Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Over to Towns. Towns guarded by Vucevic. Backdoor to Brunson. And you should have just laid the ball in. Over to Shamet. Wide open 3-point shot. No good. See, Brunson should have laid that ball backdoor. You should have laid the ball in.
He had it. I just think he was the intimidation.
It ain't no intimidation. Lay the ball in, bro. I mean, they don't even have really a shot blocker in the game. They don't even have this is what I'm talking about with some of these guys, man. You got to know the personnel on the floor, bro.
Yeah, but Buzelis can get off the ground, dude.
Yeah, he could get off the ground. Like I said, you got to know who's down there and stuff like that. It's like, bro, get on there and take it or get fouled. I mean, I'm scared of no Buzelis.
I wouldn't say he's scared of him. I'm just saying, you make it seem like they ain't got nobody that got lift up on the team.
No, it ain't about no lift. It's about taking in there and get fouled or try to get fouled. It ain't no which go you backdoor or stuff like that. That's their problem. They messed up on that. That's what I'm saying. It's like you driving the lane to throw it way back out and stuff like that. It don't make any sense. You already cut back doors. Like, yo, go in and take it in there.
But he wasn't in no position to draw a foul, though, Wes. Where was he in position to draw a foul on somebody? He would have had to float that over the top of him.
Let me go back to this thing and see this play again.
Right, because he caught the baseline. He didn't even have a good angle on it.
All right, Buzelis, both of his free throws are good. Let me see. Hey, bang. Buzelis is on the other side of the basket.
I dig it, but somebody was right there.
He left that man. The man he was with. All right, Brunson with the ball in the lane. Back out to Shamet. Shamet. Shot is up, no good, but he's fouled. Yeah, but I mean, Buzelis was on the side. Whoever was, I think it was Giddey that was behind him or something. He had passed Giddey.
Yeah, he was, but somebody was in front of him. That's why he didn't go for the layup.
Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't even. Like I said, other teams they'll do it. They're going to lay the ball up. Ain't no problem. They be like, oh, you may miss the layup. It's like people ain't coming to block no shot.
Well, listen, I think
Brunson. And they be like, why he didn't get over there? Why he didn't get over there? It's like, yo, he had a chance. He could have blocked the shot. He didn't want to block the shot. Like I said, in today's game, like I said, these guys are soft as hell, bro. They soft. All right, Shaman at the free throw line. Game is tied at 16. 5:49 left to go in the first quarter. Shaman first free throw was no good. All right, Shaman's second free throw is good, and the Knicks go up by 1, 17-16. All right, Bulls inbound. Like Patrick Williams has checked into the game for the Bulls as well. Inbound to Giddey. Giddey with the ball. Looked like he almost walked over to Vucevic, over to Patrick Williams. Thought about the three. Now to Vucevic, guarded by Yabusele. Vucevic Out to Williams. His 3-point shot this time is no good. Rebounded by Yabusele over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Brunson at the elbow. Brunson in the lane. Throws it back out to Yabusele for his elbow 3-point shot, and it's good. About time. 2016. Because he's been off this season. All right. Bulls with the ball. Vucevic with the ball. Man, also Deuce McBride's in the game for the Knicks. Giddy shot is up. No good. I thought he got fouled, but no call. Over to Josh Hart. Hart with the ball looking. Hart over to Brunson, guarded by Buzelis. Brunson. Full up jump shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Brunson. Over to Shamet. Wide open in the corner. No good. Rebounded by Vucevic. Over to Giddy. Giddy with the ball. At the elbow, guarded by Deuce. Over to Williams. Williams to Herter. Herter. And the ball is kicked. It'll be Bulls ball out of bounds.
I don't know why, like whoever is guarding Giddy don't go for his dribble. Like he's 6'8". Like you can't tell me he's dribbling that good. They can't steal the ball.
And checking in for Buzelis will be Ayo Dasami would check into the game for Buzelis. So Dasami with the ball inbounds to Giddy, guarded by Deuce. Giddy over to Herter. Herter, his pull-up 3-point shot is no good. Rebounded by Yabusele. Over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Over to Deuce. Deuce with the ball. Over to Yabusele. Back to Deuce. Deuce back out to Yabusele. Wide open 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Giddy. Giddy with the rebound. Ahead to Dasamu. Dasamu pushes off. Lays it up and in. 20-18. Knicks inbounds. Yabusele over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Over to Deuce. Deuce guarded by Giddy. Over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Guarded by Herter at the elbow. Brunson. Step back 3-point shot is no good. Rebounded by Giddy. Ahead to Dasamu. Dasamu thought he was going to take it down low again. Out to Giddy. Out to Vucevic. To Herter. Herter guarded by Yabusele at the top of the key. Look, Vucevic has a mismatch. Herter shot is in the lane, guarded by Yabusele. No good, but he is fouled, and he'll be at the free throw line. That's what you got to do. You got to punish him for guarding at the top of the key.
What, by driving to the basket on him?
Yeah, that's what you got to do. I mean, you got a mismatch, drive to the basket.
Yeah, but I would think he would be a little more nimble to stay with that dude. It's like I think he came.
But Yabusele's out of shape, though. He's out of shape. But that's what I'm saying. But that's what you do. I mean, you do the other side. We had somebody out of shape. They ain't gonna take advantage of that person. That's what I'm saying. I don't even see these guys taking advantage of people mismatches. I mean, they do here and there, but like I said, at the most part, you can.
You do, because when they put Buscelli on Brunson, to me that's a mismatch. But obviously, they feel he's a long defender to make it tough on Brunson's shot.
And he makes both free throws. But yeah, that's because Brunson's gonna pull up on a shot instead of like driving to the basket on him and stuff like that. So if you're gonna settle for a shot, I mean, yeah, that's gonna work for a longer defender on you. If he ain't got to worry about him driving on you all the time, you know what I'm saying? He knows you want to shoot. All right, Yabusele down the lane, shot is up, no good. Rebounded by the Bulls. Out to Trey Jones. Jones over to Herter. Herter fakes a shot over to Patrick Williams. Back to Herter. Backdoor, lays it up and in. On Josh Hart, 22-20.
Come on.
All right, Bulls take the lead. All right, Knicks and timeout on the floor. Yeah, Hart, you just came in the game.
Not paying attention, dude. Come on. That was clear. Like you not paying attention.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Bulls come back to take the lead. Knicks was up 11-4 in this game early, but the Bulls have come back to take the 2-point lead. But like I said, it's going to be a game of runs and stuff like that. But like I said, for the Knicks, the most part, they just got to make shots. That's all you got to do. Either team, both teams, whoever make the more, that's going to win the game.
Yeah, but
defense is going to play a little bit part of it too, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, the shots are there. You're going to make them because that's what happens. Some teams when whoever starts making more shots, other team going to cold spell. That's what happens.
Yeah, but the bottom line is these are not. You gotta implement a little defense. This is not even a world-beating team. Like, I mean, it's a good team because they're 4-0 their record is proving that they can play. but you gotta play a little defense. That that lackluster defense like that, or like I told you, Giddey playing a point. Why are we not pressuring Giddey to get a steal? Take the ball out of his hands.
Well, that's because Josh on the commercial. Well, that's because, like I said, a lot of teams don't do that. Like I said, if the Pacers and something, then the way they press them. Like a lot of teams don't press though. That's what I'm saying today. They don't press.
Well, you don't need
They don't.
press
They don't.
with
They
one
don't. They
guy.
don't play defense. They don't play defense 94 feet. Like I said, a lot of teams don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, some teams will. Some players will. You know what I'm saying? But not too many of them will. Like I said, that's the state we in today, man. That's why guys are allowed to bring the ball up. Anybody can bring the ball up nowadays because guys don't pressure them like the way in the past they used to back in the day. If you couldn't dribble, you wasn't bringing that ball up. You know what I'm saying? It was a turnover. They coming after you. You know what I'm saying? But these guys, like I said, we're in a different generation. It's a different era, man. Everything is just soft.
Yeah, but you say that, but they did that to Brunson in the playoffs last year.
That's what I said. There's only some teams that do. The Pacers will do that. You know what I'm saying, with McConnell and the other teams, but a lot of teams won't do that. And then the Knicks don't do that. I mean, the only person who's supposed to is like Deuce McBride, but Deuce used to do it early in his first year, but he don't really do that too much. You know what I'm saying? And the other players ain't gonna do that. Brunson ain't gonna pick you up 94 feet and just defend. You know what I'm saying? It's the player's DNA. If it's not in their DNA or something like that, or the coaching staff don't really implement it, then it's not gonna happen.
Right.
But like I said, if a player like McConnell, though, you ain't got him for it. That's what he loves doing. You know what I'm saying? Jose Alvarado, that's another from the Pelicans. Other guys, Caruso, other guys who just like that's what they like doing. They gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Without coach have to, that's just in those guys. Bill Winnington, it's Monica with the Timbs.
She got a hard hat and a Timbs on.
Yo, that's for the players who play the defensive play for the Knicks. I don't know who be getting that because the Knicks ain't been playing too many defense. All right, Brunson's jump shot is up, no good, rebounded by the Bulls. Herter with the ball over to Williams, out to Trey Jones. Trey guarded by Yabusele. Shot is blocked by Yabusele.
Nice.
Yabusele barely got off the hand. It's like he's and Yabusele will come out of the game. Oh, good D by Yabusele on that. And Mitchell Robinson will check back into the game. All right, Bulls set the inbounds. Trey Jones to Herter. Out to, who was that? That's 25. That's Smith. I forgot his last name, Smith. Out to Desamu in the lane, and he's fouled by Anunoby with the hand. Anunoby is like the angle he got you at. And I think is that two Anunoby? I think that's Anunoby with second foul.
Yeah, you got two.
Yeah, Desam, he's a dude. He's not a good shooter at like a 3-point shot, but he'll drive on you, so he's more aggressive. So he will shoot the three, but he's more aggressive. He'll drive on you and stuff like that. So, just like how Barrett was for the Knicks, is like Barrett shoot a three, but he'll drive. He drives a lot on players, so it's like he ain't selling for jump shots. And Desama hits both free throws, and it's a 4-point game. Knicks inbounds, Hart over to McBride. And that's another thing. Like I said, a lot of times in today's game, these guards are just dribbling the ball around the perimeter. They're not really like penetrating and making the defenses crash and stuff like that. That's why some of the stuff is done, because they're not penetrating point guards. Yeah, Deuce hit that as a 1-point game. Bulls with a 1-point lead. Bulls with the ball. Jones over to Herter. Herter with the ball. Back to Jones. Guarded by Hart. Loses the ball, and look who gets it. DeSalman gets it moving, and he gets a dunk. 26-23. Knicks quickly inbounds to Deuce. Deuce with the ball. Guarded by DeSalman. Around the Robinson screen. Over to Hart. Hart with the ball. Hart down the lane. Over to Brunson. Brunson. Shot is up. Good. And a foul. And Brunson will be at the free throw line to complete the 3-point play to tie this game up.
See, I always wonder, too, how long he can endure all the banging, too, throughout the season. because they still giving him. Well, I guess he's not playing hefty minutes, but
Who?
Brunson.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, he is. I mean, he's the only one that hasn't been subbed out yet.
Yeah, Dewani, yeah, and all them guys are blue collar guys that are scrappy players. That's what, like I said, that's what a lot of yesterday's NBA used to have, a lot of scrappy players. They don't have that today, man.
No.
Same thing like today. There's not too many pure shooters in the league, man. It's mostly streak shooters all over the league. It's like Steph Curry's like a dying breed. It's not too many of them. Like back in the day, you could have like one per team or something like that. You had to watch out for those guys. They could shoot the ball. And like I said, and that's what defense is on them. You know what I'm saying? Guys had to work for their shots. Guys had to go work for their shots. Just like you're talking about, Reggie Miller had to run all around. JJ Redick, other guys had to look for shots. Got to run around to get their shots just to get open shots. These guys ain't got to do that. They can get open shots whenever they want to. All right. Bulls with the ball. Patrick Williams, shot is up, good, and a foul on Bridges. So Williams faked the 3-point shot, came in the lane, drove hard, and got a foul and won. So Williams will be at the free throw line. Mm-hmm. All right. Williams' free throw is up, and it's good. 32-25. Bulls with a 7-point lead, 58 seconds left to go. Knicks inbounds to Deuce. Deuce with the ball. And Deuce faked the shot. I thought he had him right there. Got 3 guys on him. Bridges, wide open 3-point shot from the corner, and that's part of the problem. No good. Rebounded by Robinson, and this shot looked like it's blocked, and the Bulls have the ball. Over to Desum. Desum with the ball, guarded by Bridges. Shot is up, no good, but he's fouled on the floor.
Look how weak. Is that showing how weak Bridges is, or
it's a twofold too. Like I said, and Desum, like I told you, the dude drives to the basket. That's the thing. He drives. He don't settle for jump shots.
He drove, but he still overpowered him once he still was in front of him.
Yeah, he's a strong player. I mean, like I said, yeah, and Bridges, yeah. But like I said, you got guards like I said, Sixers guard, then the rookie VJ Edgecombe gonna be another one as a strong guard. He's a strong guard, just like Barrett. They strong guards. They're gonna, those guys like Bridges don't really stand a chance with them dudes. He's like, get out the way. I don't care. You like 6'6" or whatever. It's like, yo, you're not strong. But like I said, and that's the problem. A lot of people settle for jump shots. Some guys, they don't settle for jump shots. Even though, he knows his strength. He's not a good shooter like that. So, you want him to shoot the ball. That's what you want. You want him to shoot the ball, you know what I'm saying? And then guys get up on him. He just go right by him. All right. He makes 1 of 2. It's a 8-point game. Knicks with the ball. Brunson with the ball, guarded by Trey Jones at the top of the key. Now around to Josh Hartson, guarded by Patrick Williams. Brunson, 12 seconds on the clock. Step back jump shot is up and good. And it's a 6-point game. Bulls quickly inbounds to Desum. Desum with the ball with guard Josh. Desum lays it right up and in. All right, Knicks quickly inbounds to run over to Josh Hart. His shot is up, no good. And that's the end of the quarter. It's an 8-point game, 35-27. Bulls with an 8-point lead after 1 quarter. And what I say, he drove right down to the thing because what's saying was like playing is like you got to back up on, let him shoot the ball.
No, but you that whole drive really, Hart played horrible defense on, like you said, if he was a driver, whatever the case, he got in no position to defend that dude.
Right, but what I'm saying is know your personnel. That's what I'm saying. These guys don't study these players now. That's what I keep saying. These guys not know your personnel. That guy can't really shoot. You want him to shoot the ball. You don't want him to drive. That's what he do. He drives. So you play back off of him and let him shoot the ball. That's what you want. But these guys acting like he's a pure shooter. So my whole thing is like you on that guy, but then you have a shooter out there and you won't be on a shooter like that. That's what I'm saying. That's the dumbness of these dudes. They don't understand it. Like, know your personnel. He's a shooter. I'm not giving him no slit of daylight. If he can't shoot, I'm gonna give him some space because I want him to shoot. I don't want him to drive because the more he drives, the more you're going to get called for a foul because you're going to have to reach in and do something. You see what I'm saying? And that's why the Bulls went to the free throw line that first quarter. They went like 11, 12 times, and that's part of the problem. Let me see.
They went to the line because they're not settling for jumpers, but That's the only ones that was really shooting jumpers was the starting lineup. The whole second unit that came in was all drivers.
Patrick Williams, yeah. Io DeSalmo, yeah. Let me see. All right, Knicks shot free throws. Let me see.
Shamit, Bridges. So far, that was it.
Knicks only got 5 free throws. There were 2 of 5. They missed 3 free throws. Bulls were 11 free throws. They missed 2, 9 of 11. So they doubled the Knicks at the free throw line because, like I said, they didn't settle for jump shot. People like Josh Hart, you're not a shooter. Drive and go get fouled, just like what they're doing on the other end. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody like what's the name on you. If you got Herter on you, you drove, get that dude to foul you. He's not the best defensive player. That's what I'm saying. These guys don't understand the personnel. They don't take advantage of what they have. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, and they settle for a lot of jump shot because they driving on people and then they kick it back out again. And then them guys wide open, they missing shots. They miss. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, the coach can't shoot for you, man. You got to shoot the ball, bro. You got to put the ball in the basket.
No, the bottom line is they just, to me, you just got to find better ways to,
score.
God.
All right, Bulls with the ball. Giddey around a Smith screen. Giddey looking out to DeSalmo, guarded by Kolek at the top of the key. Down to Giddey on Towns, lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Clarkson, and here comes the Knicks. Ahead to Bridges. Bridges in the lane. Out to Kolek, back out to Clarkson. Clarkson with the ball over to Anunoby. Out to Tyler Kolek. Throws it back out to Jordan Clarkson for a 3-point shot from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Smith. And this is where the Knicks, like I said, they ain't scoring. You got to score. If you don't score, they're going to keep stretching this lead out. That's Jalen Smith with the ball over to Giddey. Giddey guarded on the corner to DeSalmo, guarded by Kolek. And Kolek, why did you foul? I tell you, boy. I tell you. That was uncalled for. That dude's not a shooter. Oh, yeah, you standing right there in a good guarding position. You didn't have to foul that dude. And these are the foul. They're going to get y'all in foul trouble. They're going to get to the free throw line a lot early. All right, Bulls with the ball. Giddey. He looked like he almost got fouled. And ball's out of bounds. So it'll be Bulls ball with an 8-point lead. All right, Bulls inbound. All right, Jalen Smith, his 3-point shot is no good. Rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby with the ball over to Clarkson. Clarkson over to Anunoby. Over to Bridges. Everything. We just running around the horn. Out to Clarkson. Throw it back out to Towns around the horn at the 3-point line. Towns drive. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Smith. Over to Giddey. Over to DeSalmo. DeSalmo out to Phillips. Back to DeSalmo. DeSalmo with the ball looking. Finds Giddey. Giddey over to Jalen Smith. Back to Giddey. Shot clock running down. Giddey. Throws out to DeSalmo. And to Giddey from his 3-point shot from the corner, and it's good. And it's back, and has an 11-point lead. All right, Knicks inbounds. Bridges over to Kolek. Kolek with the ball. Over to Bridges. Bridges guarded by Phillips. Bridges guarded by Giddey. Bridges looking, trying to find somebody. Finds Anunoby at the top of the key, guarded by Phillips. Anunoby in the lane. Shot is up, good. 38-29. Bulls quickly inbounds to Patrick Williams. Williams with the ball, guarded by Kolek. That's a mismatch. Williams. Shot is up, no good. That should have been a foul, but no call. Kolek with the ball, guarded by Williams. And Kolek had that dude back. This is what I'm talking about, man. You got guys that don't know what they're doing. You got a mismatch on a guy, and you bail him out, pen the ball, and you turn the ball over, and then Williams just hit a 3. And it's a 12-point lead. You could have did a draw by and drove right by Patrick Williams and stuff like that, and you turn the ball over. And just like
Well,
that,
I
Knicks are
mean,
down 12 now.
well, when you look at it, right, you don't have. I thought Kolek was a more of aggressive point guard driver type
Right,
penetrating scorer. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
but that right there just told me he was confused in what he wanted to do with the ball all the way.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And nobody was behind Williams. If you'd have just made a little quick cut move, like a little stutter sign, you'd have went right by Williams and stuff like that, and you'd have got him and stuff like. You'd have either had a foul you from behind or something like that. But it's just like, I mean, just that's what I'm saying. When other teams have mismatch on it, they take advantage of the mismatch. We don't take advantage of mismatch, or we can't take advantage of mismatches. So you should show you like the guys like their dribbling skills. You know, you're a point guard. Your dribbling skills is not. It's like it's just what it is, man. Not good, strong ball handlers or really crafty ball handlers. Because, like I
Well,
said, those are all easy fouls, right? That was going to be an easy foul or an one or just a bucket. You had that dude on his heels. That dude was like, yo, that dude was like, he was at your mercy.
and then I'm looking at the Knicks run, and it's not even. I don't even see them. They're not really doing. They're just doing like a weave almost type.
Right. And what I keep saying, a lot of times, like I said, a lot of times just looking at the Knicks is like they playing around the horn, bro. We need guys that can penetrate and get in the lane. We're not getting that. If you don't have those type of guards, it's just like you're never going to really put stress to defense. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's how you can make the defense collapse like that. You penetrate in the lane and you can kick out and stuff like that, or you can just
Right.
go in there. But if you keep passing the ball around the horn, it's not doing anything.
Well, they're not doing anything because it's like
Yeah, right.
they're trying to, I guess, trying to figure out what they're doing in it. And to me, Brunson creates his own shot off of his own bounce. So it's not. I guess it's different for him because he can always find his shot however he wants.
Mm-hmm.
For other guys, that's why I guess for Towns, he don't know his role of it, and if they put the ball in his hand and he do ISO ball.
Part of it, like I said, even in this offense, they're supposed to be, either ball screen, running off the ball, or like
Well, that's
moving or
what I'm
something like
telling
that.
you.
But it's like they're not doing it. They just like freelancing out. That's not what it's supposed to be, though.
No,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
not
So
even
they're not.
freelancers. That's they running a weave almost.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like you're supposed to be in constant motion, doing something, whatever y'all practice. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to be out there doing, not doing what you want to do, or guys are not standing around, they're not moving, or just like I said, you look at it just like everybody just around the horn. That's not what the offense is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like you get the ball and come off of a screen and move around and stuff like that. And ball movement is ball movement, but it don't look like ball movement right out there. All right, back to action. Knicks at the ball, Kolek over to Bridges over to Ananobi out to Kolek to Towns at the high post, looking, finds Bridges. His fall away jump shot is good. And it's at 41-31. Bulls quickly inbounds to Giddey with the ball at the top of the key, guarded by Bridges around a Jalen Smith screen. Out to Jalen Smith at the top of the key. Over to Buzelis with the ball. Over to Herter, guarded by Clarkson. Back to Buzelis. His pull-up three-point shot over Anunoby is good, and it's back to a 13-point game. Knicks
Jump
inbounds
shooting
Clarkson
squad. This is the
over
jump.
to Kolek with the ball. Over to Clarkson with the ball to Bridges. Over to Anunoby in the post. Over to Clarkson. His three-point shot from the elbow is good. Anunoby could have got fouled on that play if he'd have just kept on going with it. All right. From Bulls at the ball. And Josh Giddey comes right back and hit a three-point shot. 47-34. Knicks quickly inbounds to Kolek. Over to Clarkson with the ball. Around over to Anunoby. His three-point shot from the elbow is good. 47-37. They trading three-point shots. Bulls inbound Herter over to Phillips. Jalen Smith, his three-point shot from the side is an air ball. It'll be Knicks ball. And Deuce will check back into the game for the Knicks.
Yeah, I didn't really like that switch with Mikel and Towns. He should have stayed with that other dude. He almost left him wide open for it, but he missed it.
All right, Knicks inbounds. Deuce back to Bridges with the ball. 7:37 left to go in the second quarter. 10-point Bulls lead. Over to Deuce over to Bridges over to Towns. Towns looking over to Anunoby. Anunoby in the corner and ball is stuff and it looks like Deuce. And the ball is stolen by the Bulls. Berzelis over to and he dunk attempt, no good. Ball is
No,
so
you
it'll be
know
a
that was
foul.
Towns. You know that was Towns' fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Towns didn't roll out of there to create space.
That's what I keep saying. These guys are now they just standing around. They're not supposed to be standing around. You're supposed to be moving.
Yeah, but
And
I don't
they're not
understand
doing
what
it.
he was doing. Why wouldn't he roll to the basket? Both of the men was on OG. Dude, get out of here.
That's part of the problem. That's what I'm saying. That's why the offense the offense supposed to be moving. Guys got to constantly. If you're not moving, are you stopping? Or you just standing? That's when it just stops. It's like you're not supposed to do that. All right, Buzelis at the free throw line. His first free throw is good, and Josh Hart will check back into the game for the Knicks. And Buzelis' second free throw is up, and it's good also. 49-37. All right, Knicks inbound down 12 points in this to the Bulls. All right, Knicks inbounds. Anunoby inbounds to Deuce. Deuce with the ball. Around the town screen. Deuce guarded by Horter. Over to Anunoby. Over to Clarkson. Clarkson with the ball. Clarkson in the lane. And he loses the ball. Stolen by the Bulls. Ayo Dasami with the ball. Guarded by Clarkson at the top. Dasami looking. Finds Giddey at the elbow. And it's a foul call on the Knicks. The Knicks are just drawing fouls. It's like, bro, you're not making shots. You're fouling people. It's like, yo, this is a disaster for you to lose it because you can't put points on the board and you're just giving them points. By getting them to the free throw line earlier, it's like you want to get there's 6 something left to go. The Knicks are probably at 4 fouls, and they foul Giddey again. No, and now he'll go to the free throw line. It's just like, bro, if you're not making shots, it's like you can't be out there fouling. You got to do something on the other end. You got to play defense on the other end. You got to do something.
No, I guess that Josh Hart figures he's playing defense with his hands, but the bottom line is he's got to move his feet. If he cut him off, then he had no way to pierce,
Right.
cut through between the two.
All right. Giddey's first free throws in and out. All right. Brunson will check back in. And see, this is the thing when people be talking about, oh, Brunson is like, other people got to do their job. Brunson is in the back. You should be out there scoring and shooting. Stop worrying about what somebody else is doing. He has nothing to do with what you got to do. You're supposed to produce for yourself. You're an individual player. And Brunson can't be, it was like, oh, well, Brunson is a ball. He's like this. These other players aren't doing their jobs. That's what I'm saying. They're not doing their jobs. You're out there to score points, not run up and down the court for cardio. All right, Brunson with the ball, and he's fouled by Dasami. And it's just like other guys, like I said, these guys are missing their shots. That's not somebody else been playing for you. You're missing your shots on your own. That's what you're supposed to work on your game, right? Everybody's supposed to work on their game individually or in their shooting. All right, Knicks inbounds Brunson to McBride. Back to Brunson around the town screen. Brunson pull up 3-point shot from the elbow and is good. 10-point game. All right, Bulls inbounds. Giddey with the ball over to Herter. Back to Giddey. And where was Hart going? It's just Buzelis. His 3-point shot is up, no good. I don't know what Hart. Look at how he's running. It's like, what is going on with him? Brunson in the lane, throws it back out, wide open. Anunoby and good defense by Buzelis. Comes to Bulls with the ball over to Buzelis, and Knicks had the ball to steal, but the Bulls got it back. Giddey got the ball. These guys got bad hands. All right, over to Vucevic, backdoor to Herter. Shot is up, good. Don't matter who's down there. 52-40. All right, Knicks with the ball. McBride with the ball. Pull-up shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Josh Giddey. Here comes the Bulls on the run. Giddey looking. Finds, what's the name in the corner? Dasami in the corner. Fakes the shot, comes in over to Herter. Herter with the ball back to Giddey. Giddey over to Vucevic. Back the ball around to Herter. Fakes the shot. Herter. He looked like he walked. And Giddey lays it up and in. He looked like he walked. No call. It's a 14-point game. Knicks inbounds to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Guarded by Buzelis. Brunson. Shot is up and good. Nobody else moved. See, on that play, nobody moved to do anything to make themselves available. All Brunson. Guys got to move. You can't keep standing around. You got to move. All right, Bulls with the ball. Dusamu with the ball. Look at Vucevic. Lays it up and in. Timeout on the floor. Knicks 56-42 Bulls. 14-point lead. Tyrone Hall, what's good, bro? Salute. Can we buy some basket? Yeah, these dudes, like I said, man, other than if Brunson ain't scoring, all these other guys are not scoring, man. I don't know what it is, bro. Like I said, every man for themselves out there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play your own game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make shots. That's what you out there for. It's not just you can't blame Brunson's like, oh, he does this like he's scoring points. It's like Brunson's gonna score points. You gotta score your own points. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like,
when you say he's got to score his own points, then he's not the point guard of the team.
No. What I'm saying is, even if he's the point guard of the team, he's passing the ball. These guys are not scoring. What I'm going to pass it to everybody, and they're not going to be scoring.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Okay, but
it's like he can pass the ball to those guys, but if they're not scoring, it's like that's not his fault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
but let me like we just was talking about. If he's the point guard of the team, if he's calling a play or whatever the case may be, isn't it his guy? It's like the quarterback of the team. If you call a play, it's your job to get the ball to get the ball to the man to score the basket. If dudes is not running the play, then yeah, you gotta figure something out with that. I mean, I love the fact that he's taking the aggressiveness to find his own shots. Yes, that's what I can tell you. That's where he feels more comfortable in the offense because he's finding his shots. The bottom line of it is he has to find shots for other guys. You need all five guys to complete the game, not just yourself.
Of course.
Because defense obviously is not one of their strong points now, as you see layup after layup, like what they got going on here. But we need to find other people to score the ball, not just him.
All right, but the thing about it, like I say, let's say even if Brunson penetrates in the lane and gets down and nobody's moving, everybody's standing there, how you gonna get somebody else the ball? If he comes to the basket and guys are converging on him and nobody on his team is moving and they just standing there, how you supposed to get on the ball, throw it back out to them? I mean, if your man leaves you, you're supposed to cut to the basket to get an easy pass from them. They're not doing that. That's what the point that people don't seem to understand. It's just like Brunson looking around, somebody looking around the pass. Nobody's moving. Why are you not moving? That's what I'm saying. You're making it harder on the point. You're making it harder on your other team. You're just standing and not doing nothing. And the defense is not. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's more to it. You can call all the plays you want. If guys are not moving, not doing what they're supposed to be doing, it doesn't matter. You got to make yourself available. Like I said, you got to use energy. You got to move around. You can't just stay stationary and just be like, look at the Bulls. The Bulls are moving around. That's why they're getting basket. That's why they're getting fouled. They're moving. Everybody's moving in different directions. The Knicks are not. It's like, yo, they're not standing around like you see when Giddey get the ball. Is he standing there looking for somebody to pass? No, he's passing the ball because people are moving.
Well,
that's how the Knicks offense and the Knicks offense is supposed to be moving too. Guys will have to be moving. You dribble the ball, you're supposed to pass to this person and cut. Right. And the Knicks ain't screening. The Knicks supposed to be screening. You guys will cut, move into the back. You're supposed to be doing that. If you're not doing that, nothing's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. It's like the players, it's up to the players. The players got to play, bro. I mean, the coaches can call what he wants. It's up to the players. They got to move and call the plays and make the shots out there. You know, it's just like I said, one man can't just be scoring the ball. Everybody else other people got to score the ball too. And then they get an opportunity. They just ain't making the most of the opportunity. I mean, you can't blame somebody. They're not making the most of opportunities. Like I said, I mean, I can't shoot for you. You got to shoot for yourself.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Got to make the shots. That's what you get paid for. That's what you sign your contract. All right, Knicks inbounds. Brunson inbounds to Robinson. Back to Brunson. Brunson in the lane. There's three people around him. Where's the other guys? Bridges standing out by the three-point line. No good by Brunson. Rebounded by DeSumo. Throws it out to Trey Jones. Trey with the ball. Over to Vucevic. Vucevic looking. Finds Patrick Williams. Over to Smith. Over to Trey Jones. Jones looking. Finds DeSumo. DeSumo in the lane. Lays it up and in over Josh Smith. And it's a 16-point Bulls lead. Bridges inbounds to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. And over to Robinson, around the Robinson screen. Brunson in the lane. Shot is up. No good, but put back in by Robinson. 58-44. Bulls inbounds to DeSumo. Desamu over to Vucevic, back to Desamu. And you look at this, Bulls, they ain't calling no plays. They just moving around, and guys are being productive. That's what I'm saying. You got to be productive. It's like that's what I'm saying. They got to stop making excuses for these guys. They got to perform. These guys are not performing. That's exactly what it is. And it is not so much the defense. There's no defense really being played. These guys are just not performing. Man, look like Brunson took an elbow.
Yeah, because on a pick and roll, he rolled with the other man and wound it up on Vucic, and he couldn't guard him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He couldn't elbow.
But that's what we say all that is like he couldn't guard him because he got caught on the switch. Why we don't do that on the other end? And even if we do that on the other end,
it's just again, like I told you, Towns don't roll to the basket.
No, and that's what I'm saying. But even if it's Towns on a little guy, he still ain't gonna punish the dude in the paint. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like even though he got a little guy on the switch, he won't even punish the dude and stuff like that. These other teams, they're taking advantage of their mismatches. Vucevic misses both free throws. That's the only good thing for the Knicks. Vucevic misses both. All right, Knicks with the ball. Brunson with the ball to Robinson. Back to Brunson. Over to Bridges. Bridges in the lane. Fall away jump shot is no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Out to McBride. McBride with the ball. Over to Bridges. Those to Robinson and it hits off his feet and loses the ball. Bulls with the steal. Desamu over to Patrick Williams. Williams over to Desamu. Shot is up. Good on Robinson. And you see how you do it. And it's stolen by the Bulls. You see how you had Robinson from the top of the key. You took him down. He ain't scared of those Robinson who could block his shot. And that's what I'm saying. You got to play with heart, bro.
Yeah, but I'm looking at Robinson. He looked at it. He looked.
No, I mean he looked at it. I know he looked at it. But what I'm saying is that's what I'm saying. It's confident. These guys got confidence. They're going against anybody. It doesn't matter who's out on them. And that's why I keep telling the Knicks. You got somebody back there. You take it on them dudes, bro. Stop being scared and passing the ball back out. These dudes ain't passing the ball back out. They go into the basket and they score on whoever's down there. They don't give a damn who's down there.
Oh, this is no good, dude. This is.
Yeah, because they playing with heart. They playing with confidence. They playing. All right, Vucevic open 3-point shot is good. If it was online, but I think that's a 3. 63, 62-44. And it's foul. But like I said, at the end of the day, these dudes are taking it. Other teams are taking it. They could care less about all that stuff, man. You got to play with confidence out there. Not hitting their shots and not cutting to the rim. All right, 18-point Bulls lead. And like I said, the only difference is these guys are making shots.
Kobe White's not even in the lineup.
No, Kobe White is hurt. So is Zach Collins is hurt. It's Kobe White, and they're the ones with Kobe White. That's what I'm saying. These other guys are producing out there. That's the difference. They're producing. Yeah, right. Mike Breen playing with supreme confidence. Like your team is supposed to be playing with supreme confidence out there. Everybody should be playing with confidence.
For sure.
All right, Knicks with the ball. I mean, that's Bridges are shot up and good, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying with the Knicks got 4 guys with a contract. They don't need any 3 guys with a contract, not 4. You know what I'm saying? It's like like I said, it's like it's not worth it. All right, Bulls with the ball and deflected out by OG Anunoby. 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 16-point Bulls lead, 62-46.
That's stupid. Why is he taking us?
And Towns will check back into the game for Shamet. These guys, like I said, it don't even matter. These guys ain't doing nothing anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, but I'd rather him in there for defense versus you got Townsend for no defense.
He ain't playing no defense either. These guys ain't playing defense. They can't stop nobody. It don't matter what guys are out there. Shamet can't stop nobody out there. And Vucevic with another 3-point shot from long distance, and it's a 19-point game. Knicks with the ball. Brunson with the ball over to Robinson. Robinson with the ball at the top of the key over to Anunoby. Anunoby at the top of the key and the lane. In the corner to Bridges. Bridges faked the 3-point shot, pull-up shot from the baseline, and it's good. 65-48. Knicks, Bulls inbounds to Giddey. Giddey with the ball over to Williams. Williams to Vucevic. And it's an offensive foul. And that's why I keep saying you look on the floor when you're playing these other teams, they have really no name players, no star players, and they still be busting it. And that's what I'm saying. Dudes are playing with confidence over guys who is supposed, and these guys playing with no confidence. You can't do that. The season just started. You have to have some type of pride in something like that, bro. I mean,
Yeah,
come
but my
on
thing
now.
is who's no name that's busting?
I'm not just saying it doesn't matter. Desamu was out there, Herder's out there. I mean, Patrick Williams, Desamu, it don't matter, bro. I mean,
Yeah, but
Buzelis, all these guys coming off the bench.
those are
I mean,
dudes that can knock down shots.
they're not better than the players on the Knicks, though. That's what I'm saying. They ain't better than Anunoby. They ain't better than Brunson. They ain't better than Bridges. They ain't better. These
I
guys,
don't. I
they not
mean,
getting paid. Okay, if they were getting, why they not getting $40-50 million? That's what I keep saying. They not that. That's what I'm saying.
for the
You pay
need,
the players. You
whatever
pay the
the
players
need.
for. You pay the players for. They supposed to play up to their level. They're not playing up to their level. That's what the problem is. You paying, so you just paying for guys just like, oh, I'm paying Bridges $40 million. I'm
Correct.
paying
You
Anunoby
do that
$40 million. I'm
because
paying this person $40 million, and I'm getting beat up by. I mean, I'm not even just saying the Bulls. I can say you can play against Sacramento, you can play against some other teams. That's what I'm saying. These guys got to play. You got to play up to their level, man. They're not playing up to their level.
because Trey Murphy. What is Trey Murphy? He ain't no all-star, but he's getting paid good money.
Yeah, and Trey Murphy be out there, and he be out there producing. That's what I'm saying. He be out there producing.
Not all the time. As I just watched the game the other night that Trey
And
Murphy
Giddey
didn't
with a
show.
3-point shot. And what I just say in this game, all it is just making shots. Why these other guys making shots? These guys ain't pure shooters like that, bro.
Wide open.
Okay, well the Knicks are wide open. They not making shots. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference. The Knicks got to make shots. The same shots that these other teams are getting is the same shots that we getting. You got to make the shots. You're wide open. Just like I said, there's no pure shooters in the league like that, bro. These guys are just streak shooters too. They making their shots. They're wide open. It's going to be 50-50. Either going to make it or you're going to miss it.
I wouldn't say Giddey, Herder, and all those dudes are like really streak shooters. Those dudes can
Well, we got Shaman. He's supposed to be a knockdown shooter. Why he don't making shots
he
like
is
that?
supposed to be, but I'm not.
But why he's not? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Why hasn't he hit a shot?
Why he's not making shots like that? How they making shots all the time? That's what I'm saying. Why he not making shots like that? He'll make shots here and there, but why he's not making shots? He's supposed to be a shooter, and he's getting wide open shots. It ain't like he's being guarded. That's what I'm saying. It ain't like he's taking tough shots all the time. These are wide open shots. You're supposed to knock them down. That's what I'm saying. It just shows. I mean, and it's clearly shown. Like I said, we can make all the excuses we can for a team. It shows in the game. These guys are busting the Knicks, and these guys are busting them. You know what I'm saying? They busting these dudes up.
Well, there's no
with shooting, and it's just all it is just shooting. It ain't nothing special.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like they gotta start calling these guys out, man. It's like, bro, y'all not playing. It's like, yo, that's like even like college basketball, like 5-star recruits, they getting outplayed by like 2 stars and 3 stars. It's like, bro, come on, man. You gotta play up to your level, bro.
For sure.
All right, we at halftime, man, with the Bulls with a 19-point lead, 72-53 over the Knicks. We'll be right back with the halftime stats after a word from the man cave.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called The Man Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85-inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Stay calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You now rocking with the voice, you know who it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Productions. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
Yeah, Tyron Hall, you're right. Looking like the Heat game. Like I said, right. Don't matter who we play, man. Guys are making shots. We not. All right. Halftime stats for the New York Knicks, trailing 72-53 to Chicago. OG Anunoby with, looking on the floor, OG with 12 points and 2 rebounds, 3 assists. Karl Anthony Towns with only 5 points, 3 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson with 2 points and 5 rebounds. Mikal Bridges with 10 points and 1 rebound. Jalen Brunson with 14 points in the game. He's the high man for the Knicks. Brunson with 14. Off the bench, the Knicks get 3 from Yabusele, 3 from Clarkson, 1 from Landry Shamet, and 3 from Deuce McBride. Overall shooting for the Knicks. Knicks are 9 from 3-point range, 9 of 24 for 38% from 3-point range. Overall shooting 21 of 46 for 46%. Knicks with turnovers. Knicks with 13 assists, 20 rebounds in the game. For the Bulls, Isaac Okoro with 3 points, Buzelis with 8 points, Vucevic with 12 points, Josh Giddey, the high man in the game, with 21 points in the game, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Also off the bench, Jalen Smith with 8 points, Patrick Williams with 6, Kevin Huerter with 6, and Ayo Dosunmu off the bench with 13 points off the bench for the Bulls. For the Bulls, they're shooting 3-point shooting at 10 of 21 for 48%. Overall shooting 25 of 42 for 60%. Free throw, they're 12 of 17 from the free throw line for 71%. And they have, to this end, turnovers, they have only 2 turnovers in the game with 7 steals. For the Knicks only have 1 steal in the game. Knicks are the free throw line. Knicks only been to the free throw line 5 times. They're 2 of 5. So the Bulls have a 12 free throw advantage over the Knicks. They've been to the free throw line 17 times. The Knicks only been to the free throw line 5 times because the Bulls are the more aggressive team in this game. Bulls are the more aggressive team in this game. The Knicks, like I said, selling for jump shots and they're not making shots. And you're right, Tyron Hall, looking like the Heat game again. Like I said, other teams, like I said, they're putting the ball in the basket. They're producing. That's the problem. The Knicks can say all they want to say. They're losing games because of the players that's playing in these games. They're not producing. They can look at all the fixing to make it. You can't fix it. If you can't make shots, you're not making shots. You can do whatever you want. It's not gonna change the outcome of games. You got to make shots. You got to score the basketball. You got to get to the free throw line. You know what I'm saying? People got to produce. If like this, you're going to go against another team, you're going to lose again. If the other team get hot and stuff like that, you got to make your baskets. You're getting the same look that these teams are getting. You have to make shots. That's the bottom line. They are no better than what you are. Like I said, there's too many pure shooters in this league. These guys are all streak shooters just like you are. Make your damn shot. If you don't make shots, this is what's going to happen. At the end of the day, all the pressure is going to keep falling on you. It's not going to fall on nobody because you are supposed to be a championship aspiration team. If your guys are not producing on the offensive end and damn sure ain't producing on the defensive end, what do you think is going to happen? You got to get out there and defend guys. You know what I'm saying? You got to defend. That's what you're supposed to be out there defending. You can't defend and you can't make shots. You're not going to win games. At the end of the day, that's why these teams are where they are. 4-0, 5-0, they're scoring the basket. They're scoring at an alarming rate because, like I said, the shots are open. They're making them. They're not going to make all of them, but they're going to make majority of them, or they're going to get to the free throw line, and that's what they're doing. And then, like I said, on the Knicks part, you got guys coming off the bench. They're not really producing. Guys are supposed to produce. They're not producing. And you could call it whatever it is. You could call a spade a spade. At the end of the day, you're going to get the results that you're not. If you're not making shots, you're not producing, it's not going to equal to a win. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's what all Knicks consecrators here on the consecrators. Like this person's, yeah, at the end of the day, it's a collective thing. Like I said, a lot of the guys are not producing, you know. So it is what it is. But like I said, Bulls with a 19-point halftime lead. So the Knicks have a lot of work to do in the second half and don't look like this. Like I said, you can't keep falling behind teams or something like that and expect to keep making comebacks and stuff like that. You're wasting energy. The season just started. Like I said, you shouldn't even be playing like this. The season just started. You should have all the energy in the world. Play with some energy. Play with some confidence. That's what you got to do. Ball movement. Guys got to move. Guys got to cut. Stop being stagnant. Stop standing around and stuff like that. Doing the same old thing, nothing. You know what I'm saying? You got to cut to the basket. Make yourself available. If a guy's being double team, triple team, somebody has to make themselves available. Stop standing like 20 feet away, like making the pass more difficult than what it is. You know, it's basketball IQ 101. Everybody here has done play basketball. It's basketball IQ 101. If your man leave you, what are you doing? If he left you, why are you wide open? You're not moving. You're not making yourself available. Make yourself available. Let me check out some out of town scores before we go to the other out of town score. Atlanta with no Trae Young beating the Pacers 110-92 in that game. I think Obi Toppin, he's going to be out for a while with surgery or something like that. He's out too and stuff like that. No
Word, he got hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. I forgot what it was, but they say he has surgery, so he'll be out for a month or a couple of months. So Atlanta winning in the fourth quarter, 110-92 with 5:36 left to go in that game. Also in the fourth quarter, Philadelphia up 98. Boston up 98-89 over the Sixers. With 6:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. Also in the third quarter, Cleveland over Toronto 69-66 with 3:33 left to go in the third quarter in that game. The 9:30 game would be the Lakers at Memphis. Also, the 2 10 games would be Utah at Phoenix, Denver at Portland, and then the last game will be New Orleans at the Clippers in that game. But D, how you feel about this first half of the Knicks?
Well, like you said, I think they coming out sluggish. I think that's not good. I think, like I said, they gotta feel through this whole offensive new structure. I guess they're going through. I mean, we're looking at things real hard based on that. We feel they should be a lot better. We want them to be better. Of course, but the fact is, everybody has to feel their way through this offense. I think Towns is losing himself because he doesn't think outside of the box. And I think a lot of them have relied on Brunson being the staple marker of their offense instead of watching them. Like you said, they should be moving and cutting and doing other things. I just think that it's going to take a gradual minute for everybody to adjust to what is going on. I just think defense is lacking. There's a lot of good things. There's a lot of bad. There's a lot of bad things, of course, but because the score shows what it is. But they could work through this. I think they can make a comeback. I just think they really need to just zone in and start working within what they got and going from there.
All right. Tyrone said no spark coming from the Knicks bench or made shots.
No.
Rye Bread, what's good, bro? He said new coach. Not saying Brown is blameless, but this is on the players, and they had to do it with the game one collapse against Indiana just as much as Tibbs. Right. Yeah, the players gonna have to take accountability. Like I said, the coach can implement plays and stuff like that. Call new plays, and you're getting rid of the offense, but that don't make you your shot making. You still gotta make your shots. If the shots are there, that's what people like. As far as teams is running plays to get wide open shots and get good shots. You know what I'm saying? Now you don't even got to do that. The shots are there. You're getting good shots. You're just not making them. That's all it is. It's like back in the day, they had to run plays and just to get people open and, scheme them up to get some good shots. Nowadays, you ain't got to get people open too much. You know what I'm saying? You just got to make the shots because the shots are there. So that's all it is. Once they start making shots, it'll change. You know what I'm saying? And then playing some better defense, and holding themselves accountable, because I think right now is even on the defense, they're not even really communicating out there and stuff. Everybody's every man for themselves out there on defense, and that's what it looks like. Nobody's really stopping penetration or helping back in some, stop, and it just looks like that. It's just every man is on an island by themselves and stuff on defense. And then sometimes you got to look at the defensive effort too. If the player ain't really giving that much of an effort, yeah, that's what's going to happen. And like I said, you playing against teams are they playing with confidence. They don't care who's out there. Like I said, they don't care who's out there, who they playing against. They just going. Hey, they're going to score. They being aggressive. You've seen them being aggressive. And that's how the Knicks got to be. You got to turn around. You got to be aggressive too. You know what I'm saying? You got to play. Like I said, the season just started. It ain't like the middle of the season or the 3 quarters of the season where guys are really banged up and they hurt and they, logged a lot of minutes. You ain't logged a lot of minutes. You should have a lot of energy at the beginning of the season. You should have a lot of energy. It's just the season just started. You got to come out and play with some confidence, man.
Well, that's also how do you judge Towns? If he's really playing
And
with an injury.
he's playing with an injury. That's what, and that's why he only got 5 points. Towns really supposed to be on the IR. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I mean? In IR in basketball, you know, like football and stuff. But he's supposed to really be. I mean, like get that stuff. Which go because I'm thinking that thing is more to it than you know what I'm saying. It's like the way he's playing. You
Right.
know. So and in the long run, it's hurting the Knicks because like I said, if that dude really gets where he's injured, he's really has to like he's gonna be out for a minute. You know, so it's better if they just do it now and just let him sit and let that stuff heal. But if they don't, and that stuff gets bad and it gets worse, then he's probably gonna have to have surgery and stuff like that. And he's gonna be out for a minute.
Yeah, but that's also up to the player. The player, I mean, I don't know how much they let him
It's up.
dictate
It's up.
what he
All right.
does as
Yeah, it's
well.
up to the players. It is up to the players, but sometimes, like I said, just like just like our jobs, we want to do things, we want to be out, but the job really say, "Oh yeah, you could do it," but they really don't want you to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you be seeing in the football where guys be like, "Well, I'm having season-ending surgery," and the team be like, "Oh, we didn't authorize." It's like, "Oh," it's like, "Wait a minute, I'm hurt. I don't." The team be expecting you to play through the injury for the whole season, and then get a surgery at the end of the season. Was like, I'm playing with a torn labrum and stuff. So you want to play through the whole season? Yeah, we want you to play through the whole season. You see what I'm saying? But then the player be like, you know what? I'm shutting my downs down. I'm getting surgery. And then that's how the team and them have a falling out. And then next, they trying to get rid of them or trade them or cut them. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
So teams they say one thing to protect themselves, but then behind the scenes, just like at work, they say one thing like, hey, we taught you to be safe, but hey, then you be like, hey, I ain't doing no work because it's raining. Man, you better get out there and do some work. He's like, wait, then you know what I'm saying? It's like a twofold, man. Like, yeah, in sports, like I said, there's more things going on behind the scenes that we know. But like I said, with Towns, man, I hope that stuff really, like, because that stuff is affecting him, man. It's like, I'd rather him just do it now and just probably be out for like what a couple of weeks or something like that than rather be out for months if it gets bad.
Well, you never want to not have your full team out there going or learning from whatever they need to, just going through the whole trials and tribulations of what they're going through now. The whole thing is when you start clicking, then everything is clicking all together. So it's you look as a unified team. The fact is, like, if he's trying to play through a injury plus figure out the offense, I think he's a double whammy. He's working through a double whammy. But I just think with him, he needs to just make shots too. He's been really off. I mean, his
Yeah,
numbers in the last couple of games has been. I mean, other than the rebounding and scoring a little bit, but his shooting has been really off as well.
Neymar, what's good, bro? He said, wait, Mitchell Robinson's back, man. Yeah, Mitch Robinson is back, man. But like I said, he said at some point you need to shut the fuck up, take over, and win. Yeah, that's what the players need to do. In the second half, they got to play with a sense of urgency. I just think it's to me just like it's just going through the motions. Like it's not too serious. Like, bro, you got to win games, man. You got to win these games. These are games. Is like, yo, these games on schedule. Like, yo, this is a game we should win. It's like you got to come out there and play like you want to win these games, man. Not just be like going through the motions or lollygagging out there. All right, second half starting. Bulls with the ball. We'll see what happens in the second half. All right, Okoro over to Trey Jones. Jones with the ball back to Vucevic. Vucevic with Brunson on him. And he passed it back out. I thought he was going to keep. And he got Brunson and it's an offensive foul. So it'll be Knicks ball. Vucevic, when he had Brunson on the first time, he should just kept on and I thought he was just going to keep on just like do a little hook or like take it in there.
Well,
He
Towns
passed it
was
back
on
out.
the left side of him, so he wasn't going to go too far.
That ain't nothing. Towns don't mean nothing, bro. He said you could just stand there like, who's he? Them dudes ain't scared of no Towns, man. Towns is barely getting off the ground. All right, Knicks inbounds Bridges over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. But like I said, the NBA is a game of runs, man. So, who the Knicks would come up with some runs. Over to Bridges. Bridges over to Anunoby. Anunoby over to Brunson. Brunson throws in the corner to Bridges. His pull-up three-point shot is good with a hand in his face from Giddey. 16-point game. But like I said, I don't see teams with we don't see teams with like 19, 20-point lead, and by the time the end of the third quarter is a 1-point game. So Knicks just going to, like I said, tighten up on their defense and make shots. That's all. All right. Bulls with the ball. Trey Jones over the corner to Buzelis for a three-point shot from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Robinson. Over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Brunson got Trey Jones on him. Brunson. And no call. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by the Bulls. Over to Bruzelis. Bruzelis in the corner to Okora. He's not a good shooter either. All right, Knicks rebound. Knicks got to score, though. Bridges with the ball over to Towns. Towns down the lane. Shot is up, good, and a foul. Towns lumbered down there, and shot is up, good, and a foul for a 3-point play.
Yo, Towns should just wear Timbs when he play because it's just like.
He said Towns, it's like, yo, that shit's like cement block. And Vucevic is like, man, I don't know. You should, if you're gonna foul him, you might as well just foul that dude, man. Putting your hand straight up is like you're going vertical. You ain't even going vertical. You ain't even going off the ground. You just putting your hand straight up in the air.
Dude, that dude is moving like
Hey, hold up.
Patrick
Yo, hold
Ewing
up,
in
hold
the
up,
last
hold up,
couple of
hold up.
years.
He said the Bulls call a timeout to challenge it.
I don't know what they call, but the fact is that Towns is moving like Ewing
Towns
did in his
took
last 2
20.
years of the
Right,
season.
right. That's exactly what I'm thinking about like now. Towns is like, he's like, yo, that reminds me of you. You right. When Ewing was at the end of his career, it's like, yo, he's like, yo, but early on in his career, bro, Ewing was spry though.
Hell no. Ewing
Boy,
was up and down the court, springing from
bro,
broken
I remember.
circles.
I remember when Ewing come down like by the free throw line and just come down and just do like a clothes hanger, just dunk on anybody down there. I was like, yo, he said he brought the house down. Ewing didn't care.
That was
All
back in
Towns
the
with
day,
free
right?
throws
When
now.
nobody cared who was there. If they was going in, they was going in to bang it, no matter who was standing.
Right. Yeah.
No,
Towns will be at the free throw line after the timeout. So I don't know if they trying to challenge it or they just sort of the Bulls just call a timeout or not. So we'll see
well, I
when they come
mean,
back.
they want to probably look at the hook because Towns be doing that stupid stuff with the hooking of the arm.
I hope not, man. Yeah, he always with the it's like, bro, the hooking, but yeah, and that's another even like hooking in basketball, that should be automatic. Even like guys on the baseline when they like hook people, that should be an automatic offensive foul. I don't know how that's not called, and the referee's looking right there. That's the easiest call to make right there. Anytime you see the hook, that's an automatic. You start calling them more, a lot of guys will stop doing that. Even like the thing with Towns, putting his arm underneath somebody's arm and all this and twine, that should be an automatic foul too. You start calling that a whole lot, and people go stop doing that stuff. I don't even know what is the point of doing that stuff, man. You don't need to do that. And then also, the other one with the chicken hook in the back, that the what you call it when you hit them in the back.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? When you really hit them in the
chicken wing
back,
them, yeah.
that right there, man. That's a That's an automatic. Like, who? Agree, Robert. Yeah, man. It's like, man. But bottom line, the Knicks got to play with some toughness. These guys got to play much tougher, though. That's the whole thing. You got to play much tougher, man. All right. Look like back to action. Let me see what's going on.
Towns is going to the line.
Yeah, that's what I say. You have to go to the line. I mean, you might as well let him go. Him limbering down the lane like that, you might as well let him go.
The sad thing is that nobody would, at how slow he's moving, nobody would just stand in front of him and just take the charge.
But see, and that's another thing with how slow he's moving. Like, why is he catching the ball up there? You should have it down in the post where he's closer. He won't have to go as far. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why the staff ain't like, bro, catch it in the post. We want you in the post, catching in the post. All right, Towns' free throw is good, and it's a 13-point game. All right, Bulls inbounds. But like I said, Knicks got to play some defense, man. All right, Bulls been missing, but they ain't going to keep missing. All right, Buzelis inbounds to Giddey. Giddey with the ball, guarded by Bridges. Giddey around the screen over to Vucevic. Wide open 3-point shot is good off the screen, and he hits a 75-59. Knicks inbounds Bridges to Brunson. Brunson at the top of the key around a Robinson screen. Brunson throws back to Bridges. Bridges guarded by Buzelis. Bridges, there's his fall away shot up and good. 75-61. He loves the fall away. All right, Bulls inbounds Giddey to Trey Jones. Trey in the lane, throws it back out to Giddey, over to Vucevic. Vucevic's been hot, though. You got to stay with that dude. Whoever's out there, they're like, yo, Towns, stay closer to the dude. All right, Giddey's shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Towns. Over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Guarded by Jones. Over to Robinson. Back to Brunson. Brunson shot in the lane is up and good. 75-63. Bulls quickly inbound to Trey Jones. Trey down the lane, throws in the corner to a wide open court. Back to Trey Jones, out to Buzelis. Bridges, where are you at? And he hits the shot. Why are you sucked down in the lane? You should be near your man. Why are you down in it? See, that's what I'm saying. It's like they just be off of dudes for no reason. And it's a 15-point game. So you got a shooter, so you want to stay off the shooter, but then it's like you guys want to play the guys who can't shoot. You want to play them real close. Towns try to throw down, and he lands on his back, and he is down. Wow. Towns landed on his back tailbone. That's not good.
No
foul was called.
He was hitting
foul was called.
Bullshit, though.
Yeah, let me see. And he was pushed in the chest by Vucevic. That's what knocked him backwards. That should have been a foul on Vucevic. Oh.
And no foul.
How's that no foul? They should review that play. How's that no foul? That dude, he stretched out his arm. He stretched out his arm to push him out.
There's no foul.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Oh my goodness.
Get him the ball, Brunson.
And he telling the referee, and the referee told him, no, he just had his arm. No, his arm was like that, but he extended his arm out. He didn't. Whatever, man. These dudes, like I said. All right, Knicks inbounds. Brunson looking to inbounds over to Bridges. Bridges with the ball. Bridges in the lane looking. Finds Mitchell Robinson for a dunk. Cut into the basket. Thank you. Cut to the basket. When guys converge, somebody got to cut. All right, Bulls inbounds to Buzelis over to Trey Jones. Down the lane, lays it up, no good, short. Rebounded by Towns over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Brunson in the lane. Euro step, lays it up and in. Knicks down 11, 78-67. All right, Bulls with the ball. Giddey over to Vucevic. And you call a foul on that?
Stupid.
Oh, my God. You know what? Like I said, a soft foul at the top. That's what you call a foul on that. You ain't call a foul on a guy getting knocked down.
I don't even. That was a homer call right there on the last play. Yeah, I saw no foul, but
and
that
Brunson
was
still explaining to the referee. They still looking. I don't know. Like I said, they went back and look at that play and be like, "Yo, that dude, you see his arm was like, no, that dude extended his arm out to push the dude down. He didn't keep his arm in. He extended the arm out to push the guy while he was in the air. All right, Bulls inbound to Giddey. Giddey with the ball in the lane, looking, finds Buzelis. Buzelis over to Vucevic, out to Buzelis. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by the Knicks. But it's out of bounds. It'll be Bulls ball. Somebody got pushed like Towns. Somebody got pushed on that rebound. All right. Bulls inbounds. Giddey looking. Inbounds to Buzelis. And it's a 24-second shot clock. But my whole thing is, why the Knicks don't play like this? You see, this is what we talking about. They play in spurts where they want to play like.
So why they don't?
And you wait. Yeah, like why don't play it? Yeah, instead of falling behind so far. Now it's like you got to waste a lot of energy to get back into the game. This is what they don't see. This is the dumb, stupid thing about these athletes of today, man. Put themselves in position to come back from behind is like wasting more energy. All right, Knicks with the ball. Bridges in the corner over to Towns. Towns faked the shot. Why you didn't call a foul? And that was a foul. Why you didn't call a foul earlier? The dude gets fouled like 3-4 times. It's like now you want to call foul falling. He got fouled at the top when he was at the 3-point line.
Well, I would think that was a foul because they just basically called that on the other end, but I guess they needed the extra additional.
Are the Knicks in the bonus? Towns.
No, that was a foul. He shot it. He was going to the.
No, I'm talking before that because the Knicks. The Bulls been getting some fouls, so the Knicks should be at the. They should be close to the bonus though on either the next foul or something like that because they've been getting fouled in this quarter. Towns' first free throw was good, and it's a 10-point game and timeout. I don't know what Billy Donovan be doing this. He calls a timeout in the middle of the free throws.
Well, it's to break the momentum. That's it.
Yeah, I know all that stuff. Whatever. Broke the momentum. It's like, yo, you do it in the fourth quarter in pressure situation. It's the third quarter.
I'm saying, but you do it because if Towns gets going like this, it can change the momentum. If he knock it down easy
He's
free throws like that, you want Towns to get off shots like this so he could start warming up for shots.
Towns is on the IR right now, bro.
Well,
He needs
listen.
to get going. It's like,
Look,
yo, that Towns got to be very judicious with his moves and stuff, man. That's when he landed on his back. I'm saying, yo, he landed on his back, man. I'm like, yo, it's like, yo, almost a tailbone and back. I was like, bro, you don't want to land like that.
He's got still back support back there. He got back fat back there.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Because like I said, when he landed, I was like, yo, not a good fall, man. With the other injury too, not a good fall. I was like, yo, tomorrow he gonna be hurting and stuff like that. But the Knicks play the Bulls again Sunday, so it's a back to back. I mean,
okay, they do play. That's right.
Yeah, they play Bulls on Sunday. Let me see what time that one is on Sunday. Oh, it's a 6 o'clock game. Dodgers. Scoring the World Series game, bottom of the fifth. Dodgers up 3-1 over the Blue Jays, trying to come back and tie this series at 3 apiece. Dodgers.
They need this.
A loss, and the Blue Jays are World Series champs.
Who you pulling for?
I'm pulling for neither one. I don't care about the Mugs.
Well,
man.
I mean, if you wanted one team to win, what would you pull for?
If I wanted one team, it'd be Toronto. Let Toronto win.
Oh, okay.
Let the Blue Jays win, man. You know, I ain't never gonna go for the Dodgers, man. The Dodgers, they left New York. They left Brooklyn.
Oh, they left us behind.
Yeah, they left us in the dust, man. They left us for the palm trees and the sunny skies and stuff, man. Dodgers left us, and also the Giants left us too. And the baseball Giants left us and went to Cali too. They were in New York too. Knicks and the Bulls are a 7 o'clock game on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
7 p.m. Sunday, November 2nd. All right, looking at some other scores. Oh, a tight one between the Sixers and the Celtics. 109, Boston 109, Philly 108 with 3.8 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. I don't know who has the ball, but 1 point game with 3.8 seconds left to go. Also, Toronto in the close game with Cleveland, 84-86, Cavs up by 2 with 7:55 left to go in the fourth quarter. And scored at one final, Atlanta wins by 20 on the road, 128-108 over the Pacers in Indianapolis.
Without Trae Young.
Yep. Let me see who did work in that game. Let me see who did. Is it Jalen Johnson do work? Jalen Johnson with 22, Porzingis with 15, Nickeil Alexander-Walker 15 with 8 or 21. All right. Towns' second free throw was good. Bulls with the ball. Vucevic over to Dosamu. Back to Vucevic. Wide open 3-point. Bro, this dude is hitting 3-point shots. Why are you not close enough to the dude? 81-69. It's like you want to keep watching the dude shoot 3-point shots? He's making them. I keep telling you, man. I don't know. It's like the IQ of some of these dudes is just like Brunson, step back jump shot is good, and there's a 10-point game, 81-71. Bulls quickly inbounds. Trey Jones over to Vucevic. Back to Trey Jones. All right. Trey with the ball over to Buzelis. Fakes a 3-point shot. Over to Dosamu. Over to Trey Jones. Trey with the ball. Trey. Fall away shot is up. No good. Air ball rebounded by Bridges. Here comes the Knicks. Over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Towns trailing. Brunson around the Towns screen. Brunson pull up 3-point shot is up. No good. Rebounded by the Bulls. Dosamu, and here comes the Bulls. Clarkson, what are you doing? What is this dude trying to just get a foul?
No, I don't know, dude. I don't be asking.
I'm like, you look at it, it's like what kind of D is that? All right, Trey in the lane. His floater is up. No good. Rebound by the Knicks. Towns over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball, guarded by Buzelis. You should cross over and came there. And Clarkson on the 3-point shot, no good. Foul by Buzelis, and Clarkson be at the free throw line for 3.
You'd be like nobody. Like, but you see how high Buzelis is getting up. He actually blocked that shot. I mean, he fouled him, but he blocked him.
Yeah, he fouled him. Hold on, this dude got a tattoo in his ear? What is yeah. All right, Clarkson's first free throw is good. He said he's pulling. What's that, Nemo? I'm pulling for the Blue Jays as a Mets fan. Yeah, the Blue Jays, like I said, they deserve to win, man. They deserve to win, man. And Vladimir Guerrero, bro. I mean, Junior, he's been killing in the postseason, man.
Well, I'd rather not the Dodgers win a back-to-back, and I'd rather pull for American League team than a National League team. So
Yeah, and plus it's LA, man. We don't be pulling for them LA teams like that, man. Or LA, Boston, Philly, none of that stuff. Clarkson makes all 3 free throws and is on a 7-point game now, 81-74 with 6:21 left to go in the third quarter. But like I said, the NBA is a game of runs. So the Knicks are making a run. We'll see. The Bulls come back and make their run, or the Knicks will make some more run. All right, Bulls inbound to Desamu with the ball. Over to Vucevic, back to Desamu, out to Herter, back to Vucevic to Desamu. Ayo Desamu over to Vucevic. His floating lane shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Towns. Here comes the Knicks over to Bridges. Bridges with the ball over to Towns. Towns at the top of the key. Towns, Euro step, lays it up and in. And the Knicks are down 5, 81-76. Took about 15 years to get down there.
I'm telling
But he got it. All right, Bulls of the ball. Vucevic, a wide open 3-point shot. This time, no good. Rebounded by the Knicks. Over to OG with the ball. Over to Brunson. Brunson in the lane. Shot is up. No good. Should have been a foul. Unbelievable. Desamu with the rebound. Over to Giddey. And Bridge.
I don't even know what he was doing.
Well, you found what, is that a take foul? They're gonna call. Is that gonna call? It's like, what is the Bridges doing? You was down there. What do you had a foul to do for?
I guess he was taking a foul to get the subs in.
Man,
I don't know.
Get out of here with that, man. Those are wasted fouls. That's what I'm saying. I don't care about the subs, man. It's a waste of a foul. I could see if it was like a 3-on-1 or something like that. You got these other dudes back. He's like, you shouldn't foul that dude. You shouldn't foul these guys, man. All right, Deuce McBride and Mitchell Robinson and Josh Hart checks into the game for the Knicks. All right, Bulls inbounds. Giddey over to Desamu, over to Herter, and offensive foul. Desamu, yeah, you push what's name in the back. All right, Knicks inbounds. Deuce over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Around him, Robinson screen to the top key. Brunson in the corner and it's stolen by Herter. Bad pass by Brunson. Herter with the ball. Herter looking. I thought he walked on that, but out to Giddey. Giddey with the ball at the top of the key. Out to Desamu. Desamu driving. Back out to Giddey over in the corner to Patrick Williams for his 3-point shot from the corner, and it's good. And it's an 8-point game. 84-76. Knicks inbounds. Clarkson over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball over to Robinson. Back to Brunson. Brunson over to Deuce McBride. Deuce in the lane. Throws in the corner to Clarkson. Clarkson looking. Finds Brunson wide open in the corner. His 3-point shot is good. 84-79. 5-point game again. All right, Bulls inbounds to Giddey. Giddey with the ball. Guarded by Brunson at the elbow. Giddey in the lane. Shot is up. No good, but he is fouled. And Giddey will be at the free throw line.
And that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, point guards, when Giddey's dribbling in front of right there, Brunson should try to take his dribble. He's dribbling right in front of you.
Right,
Why
exactly.
not move your hands?
Move your hands to, like, deflect the ball, do something, right? You see what I'm saying? It's like,
but Mitchell Robinson's moving his hands to get a foul. Like, Mitchell, come on, those are dumb fouls too.
But that's you can say with Brunson. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the IQ on the defensive end. It's like he don't even. It's like, bro, that's a stop to do from what you call it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man.
He's 6'8". You cannot tell me you cannot steal the ball from this dude.
He said, especially he ain't even like on turning sideways to dribble. He's coming.
No,
he's turning his dribble straight in front of you.
Dribbling right in front of him.
All right, Giddey's first free throw is good. His second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Robinson. Over to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Over to Deuce McBride.
Foul.
Deuce in the lanes. No, whatever. That was a foul. Foul by Herter. See, this one be talking with the referees. They be protecting certain plays. They don't be calling like, yeah, that's a foul all day long. You know that was a foul. That boy can't play no defense like that.
Well, it would be a foul on the Knicks. I don't understand how
that's what I'm saying. That's a foul. Brunson looking at inbounds to Robinson. Robinson back to Brunson. Brunson guarded by DeSum. Brunson. Patrick Williams ain't guarding nobody. Brunson fall away jump shot is no good, but he's fouled.
He's bodying him, hand checking him. Oh, get out of here! And yeah, you hit him on the arm.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he's talking about like he was like you called that foul, but you don't call the foul for deuce.
Well, they challenging the play, so
Yeah, they're gonna challenge the play. That's what we're saying. What's the name? But like I said, yeah, the referees, like I said, you should call the first foul, the one on deuce. That was a foul. That was a blatant foul. That's what I'm saying. It's just like whatever, man. They come back, like I said, and don't come back and change the call like they do on all the Knicks. And they come back with some explanation that you never heard of before. After looking at the replay, yeah, it looked like his foot didn't align with his foot, so it's not a foul. What? He fouled him on the arm. He fouled him on the arm anyway on that shot. He fouled him on the arm.
That's what he's saying. His arm was already there, I guess.
Nah,
he didn't really.
Nope,
he was
you can't.
in his shooting
touch.
space.
Right, you can't touch his arm though. I don't care what he says. Like, yo, as long as that arm touches it, it don't matter if he's shooting. It's like that's automatic foul. Yeah. I mean, man, you over there. I mean, you like touching his whole arm, forearm, wrist to his forearm. Yeah, good. Let them know. I hope they come back and be like, hey, I was unsuccessful, lose the timeout. But it's a 6-point game, 85-79, 4:08 left to go, man. I want to thank everybody for tapping in this live stream, man. Knicks versus Bulls from the United Center. If this is your first time to the Man Cave podcast, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, man. Share it on all social media platforms, man. It costs you nothing. It is totally free. And if you're following on Twitter, make sure you hit that follow button and also go subscribe to the Aboriginal Sports Network. And come back with the call. What is it? I guess they'll overturn it, right? I mean, not overturn it, but it's like it's a foul. So Brunson will be at the free throw line for 2. Like I said, I don't even know what he challenges. It's like, he's like he wasted the call. It's like, yeah, Brunson's gonna step to the free throw line. If he makes one or something like this, like it's a waste of a challenge. And Brunson's first free throw is short.
Can't be taunting the coach, Brunson. You ain't making the free throws, bro.
Mm-hmm. And his second free throw is up, and it's good. 85-80. That's a 5-point game. So, like I said, just like that, the Knicks are right back in it. But like I said, you waste a lot of energy to make a comeback.
Well, I guess the game ain't a game if they don't make it a game, I guess.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, you're wasting more. You wasting more energy, right? I get what you say. You wasting more energy to do something that you should have done in the first place to keep the game at least closer and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
All right, Bulls with the ball, Giddey with the ball, guarded by Deuce, over to Herter, down low to Smith, and he is fouled by Josh Hart.
Take your pick. Them dudes they just gotta be more active in the passing lanes. Like, dude, you clearly see what's coming.
That's what I'm saying. They act like they are step slow, like they don't know what's going on, man. It's just like you can see it coming, man. He said, none of this cutting into getting the lead, then take control. It's cutting into getting the lead, then take control. Yeah. That's what they do, man. All right. Smith's first free throw is good.
Look at picking up Brunson full court. Like I just told you.
And Smith's second free throw is good. All right. And Ayo Dasami will be defending Brunson 87-80. Knicks inbounds, Brunson with the ball. Guarded by Herter. Brunson. Clarkson almost looked like he walked or something like that. Clarkson. You got Herter on. Take this dude, man. He got fouled. No call. I swear to God, they let guys get away with guys they won't get away with. I swear to God, I just look at this as like there's no way, man. It's like those are obvious fouls. All right, Bulls with the ball. Giddey pushes off on McBride and lays it up, and it's back to a 9-point game. 89-80. Knicks with the ball. Brunson with the ball over to Hart. Hart with the ball guarded by Williams. Around the Robinson screen. Brunson in the lane throws to Josh Hart. Hart look around a second to Jordan Clarkson. His corner 3-point shot is no good. Rebounded by the Bulls. And just like this, like I said, Knicks make a run, and the Bulls gonna make a run. Giddy with the ball over to Jalen Smith. Smith over to Io DeSome. Around the screen looking.
They
Finds
never
Jalen
look
Smith in the
clean.
lane. Shot is up and good. And it's an
That's what the
11-point
Knicks
game,
should do right there.
91-80.
When they have
Yep.
the mismatch like that, you play. Come on, dude. Easy buckets.
Yep.
The bottom line is if you got a smaller guy, they should just get right behind him, try to push him as far out the paint as possible, as every guard does to Towns. Push him as far out the paint. Then he can't take you off the dribble. He's going to try to back you down. But that's all he can try to do. I guess Smith got a little, well, he shoots jump shots, but I've never seen him have post moves like that. But
yeah,
that was a simple post move, like a drop step.
Yeah, he just, well, I mean, but what I'm saying is they just threw a pass, and Brunson can't get the pass, and he just threw it over, and he just got it, and then he just turned, and he's right there by the basket where Towns is supposed to catch the ball, right in that same spot. So that way you don't have that too much to go do and stuff like that.
Correct.
You catch a ball at the 3-point line, and then it's like it's the same thing we're doing with Tibbs last year, man. It's just like the same thing with Brown. It's like, Brown, man, I told you, like, gotta get that ball much closer, especially a guy, he's injured too. You making him like get the ball from a longer distance and still driving down to the basket when you should make it shorter for him.
Yeah, but see, I think Towns tries to show off versatility by him saying he's not a true center. Like he's a true power forward. That's why I told you he's not he's not what he is.
Knicks at a distinct disadvantage with the current lineup. There's a smaller lineup in there. Yeah, let me see. Brunson, Deuce, Clarkson.
Right, it's a small lineup.
Now Brunson is out now, so the ball. So Bridges with the ball in the lane. Those out to Clarkson. Clarkson, guarded by Herter. 7 seconds out to Towns. Guarded by Smith. And see, you're playing the ball around the horn. And now you got to take a fall away shot like that. That's not a good shot, man. You had Herter at the top of the key. You should have and got past Herter and went down towards the basket. Not let Herter keep you out on the perimeter. Io does something. He don't want to shoot the ball out there. Brings it inside and shoots it and scores off the bounce. There's a 13-point lead. And just like that, the Bulls go back up 13. They're going to score the last 8 points. Knicks ain't scoring. All right, Knicks with the ball. Towns with the ball over to Clarkson in the lane. Clarkson, that was a foul. Why he didn't he passed? And it's an and one. But, I mean, Clarkson got hammered in the lane. Even if he passed the ball, whatever he did, it's like, you ain't called a foul?
Well, the way it is looking at the Colts is not being called the same as you see.
Right.
Right away, they're not calling the same fouls.
Yeah, because like I said, they protecting Herter because Herter can't guard nobody out there. He's fouling people all over the place. Towns' free throw is good, and it's a 10-point game, 93-83. Bulls inbounds, Giddy over to DeSumo. Around Jalen Smith been guarded by Hart. DeSumo in the lane. Out to Jalen Smith in the corner. Over to Herter. That was an offensive foul. And Herter makes it 3. That was an offensive foul on Jalen Smith on that pick.
I could have swore that was a moving screen on that too, but
Towns is in the lane and looked like he shot his back, and Towns gets fouled. But man, that was a move. Oh my God. $96-83. Towns will be at the free throw line.
I guess they couldn't hide that. I mean, Pat fouled him. Williams fouled him on the first drive.
I know Williams fouled him, man.
Smith's fouled. I mean, he clearly fouled him on his second drive. I mean, I guess you needed.
If I didn't get you on this right, you get 2 for 1. Towns' first free throw is good. And Landry Shaman will check into the game for the Knicks.
Right, sure. Hart don't feel comfortable in the lineup. He ain't really doing nothing. His defense to me is definitely. Listen, If he hang his head on defense and his rebounding.
His defense has went down the last couple of seasons, right? The defense is going down on a downward trajectory. All right, Towns' second free throw is good, and it's back to an 11-point game. But like I said, Knicks going to keep trading baskets for baskets. You can't keep trading baskets. You got to make some stops, man. All right, Bulls inbounds. Giddey with the ball over to Williams, back to Giddey.
God, these dudes is horrible on the angles.
Mm-hmm. All right, Giddey with the ball. Giddey down the lane, lays it up and in over Towns, and it's back to 13. Anunoby inbounds to McBride, over to Bridges, back to Towns at the top of the key. And Smith be fouling like crazy. All right, Towns with the ball over to Bridges. Bridges over to Anunoby. His elbow 3-point shot is good, and it's back to a 10-point game, 98-88. All right, Bulls inbounds.
That's a
Giddey.
foul.
Giddey with the ball. 40 seconds left to go in the quarter. Giddey in the lane, and the ball is stolen. Come on, Anunoby, you get the steal. And Deuce McBride with the foul. That was a foul. Deuce with the steal. Anunoby, his 3-point shot from the elbow is way off. Rebounded by Shamet. Sometimes I look at Anunoby hands, bro. I don't know what it is with this guy. Towns, that's an offensive foul. But
they challenging it.
Wait a minute, is he going to challenge it?
Well, yeah, there was no elbow. It was no elbow on it.
Yeah, let me see.
It's no different than the other player. He's trying to play up on Towns. That's why Towns has an advantage of, especially Smith. He can't body with him. That's all he did. He ran into his body.
Yeah, that ain't no offense foul. See, from the other angle, I thought Towns threw an elbow or something, but he didn't.
Nah, he ran into his body, dude, on a spin.
Yeah, Smith can't guard him, man. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot of players on the team. They can't guard play. They let them get away. Referees let them get away with fouls. Certainly, it's just like, bro.
What do you mean? They let them get away with all these fouls.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They let players get away with fouls, and they're not supposed to. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, call the foul. Just call the foul on the. It's like, stop with this.
Herter didn't foul McBride on that steal.
Herter should be fouled out of the game. That's what I'm saying. Herter, they protect him by not calling foul. He can't guard nobody out there, bro. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. Obvious fouls, they just letting it go and stuff like that. Then it's like, yo, like, come on now. Herter should have had like 3 or 4 fouls already in one quarter.
Herter, Baselli, all of them.
Right. And Jalen Smith, this dude fouling all over the place.
Well, yeah, he should be already on his 5th foul.
He said he should be asking to be fouled out the game. He's asking to get out the game. And the referee's not obliging. They just like, no, you're staying in there.
Well, after that freight train just ran him over, maybe he'll be out of the game. He's like, yo, you get excited about offensive foul, nigga. You just get bowled over.
Mm-hmm.
No different than what Giddey did to McBride on that drive with his body.
All right, when he pushed off. He pushed off.
Bro, even with that, but his body went into McBride to push him back. But it's like, if McBride would have fell down, would you have called the offensive foul on him?
Yeah, that should have been an offensive foul. McBride would have fell down. It definitely been an offensive foul. But then again, who knows? They probably would have said, "Nah, play on."
Of course they would.
Sometimes they like say, "Play on, play on."
Well, listen, they trying to think of a way to probably try to overturn the call, but listen, that's a bucket.
Oh, and I saw on ESPN, don't know if y'all know, but tomorrow, Saturday, NBA refs will be wearing headsets in the game. They'll be wearing headsets. I don't know where they come up with that, but that's what it's going to. So tomorrow.
As the defensive player went into the offensive player.
Yep, so the basket counts, and it's going to be a 3-point play. But they said tomorrow NBA refs will be wearing headsets tomorrow.
The NFL or the NBA?
NBA.
Oh.
NBA refs will start wearing headsets during games. They're gonna be tomorrow. Games beginning Saturday. So from here on in, you'll be seeing that.
So what they try to say is going to make the game faster, where they don't have to go like that to the scoreboard or go to the table and all that.
Doing instant replay, gonna do it for instant replays and other stoppage, but not actually during live play. I guess they'll wear. I guess they say then using it. Let's see. You'll see referees having the earpiece clipped into the ear. Then after they'll be wearing earpieces and stuff like that. In January, I'll read it. Let me finish. But all right, so Towns, the free throw is good, and it's a 7-point game with 14 seconds left to go. Bulls with the ball, Giddey with the ball around the screen, throws to Herter, takes Shaman in the lane, wide out to Patrick Williams to Desamu, crossover and lays it up and in. Wow, at the buzzer, unbelievable, 100-91. Bridges defending. Towns came out and still couldn't stop, dude.
Yo,
let me see. Did he get that stuff off? Let me see. He got
yo,
it
you got
off.
it, dude.
Dusumu,
What is
he
going
got it
on,
off.
yo?
He got it off.
Tell
Yeah.
me what's wrong with their defense.
What I keep telling you, the players play. That's the players, man. Like I said, their defense got to bring their defense. They got to bring that energy, man. Hey, if you ain't playing good defense, you're gonna get exposed. 9-point game going into the fourth quarter, so it should be Knicks ball. But like I said, man, Knicks got to bring it, man. In the fourth quarter, got to make some shots, get some defensive style. They got to get some defensive style because if they trading baskets for baskets or the Bulls still being aggressive, it's like, hey, that's not a good recipe. Let me look at some other score. Out of town scores look like the Celtics end up winning that game 109-108 in Philadelphia.
Wow.
Toronto on the road beats the Cavaliers 112-101. So Toronto goes into Cleveland and wins by 11. Also, Indiana, all the road teams won. Atlanta wins on the road 128-108. And the game in the first quarter, Lakers up 26-24 over the Grizzlies with 2:19 in the first quarter. The 10 o'clock games will be Utah at Phoenix, Denver at Portland, and then the last game, the 10:30 game, Pelicans at Clippers. So far, 3 road teams have won. Can the Knicks be the 4th road team? And then it's like, yo, that's crazy.
Well, it's one thing to look at the Knicks, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of questions about the Cavs as well, though.
Mm-hmm. Bridges on ice skates tonight.
Down
yeah.
Whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
But they've been taking some L's as well.
Yeah. So the Knicks outscored the Bulls by 10 in that third quarter, 38-28. Hopefully they can outscore the Bulls again by 10 in this quarter, about 15 or something in this quarter.
They got to pick it up, man. They got to pick it up in both ends. The good thing is Brunson has been getting a nice little rest.
All right, so it should be Knicks ball. Knicks ball. Shaman will inbound. Looking, Shaman finds McBride. Guarded by Trey Jones. McBride with the ball across the timeline. Over to Shaman. Shaman back to McBride. Over to Towns. Guarded by Smith. Towns over to McBride. McBride out to Bridges. A wide open 3-point shot. No good. Rebounded by OG Anunoby, who dunks it right back in. Herter's on the floor because he probably fouled the hell out of somebody. And there's it's 3 guys back. How are you fouling this player? What's wrong with this Knicks defense? You had all Knicks back. How are you fouling up one player? He's the only one player.
They got fouls to waste, I guess.
That's one of the dumbest fouls. It's like this is crazy, man. And Herter leaving the game, going to the locker room. That'll be like one less person to foul the Knicks and stuff. All right, back to action. Patrick Williams with the ball, guarded by Towns. Over to Jones. Around Jones with the ball, guarded by Towns. Oh my God! And foul by Towns. So that's 2 fouls within the first 40 seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but us, he can't play defense with his
Knicks
hands.
won to win cup. Yeah, he's not, but it's just like, wow, his leg and his. Look how Towns is like, yeah, he sprained that ankle the way he. All right, Bulls are inbound. Bazelis over to Williams. Williams to Song. And over to Jalen Smith. Out to Bucelis. Bucelis with the ball. Almost stolen. In the lane. Shot is up. No good. And it says a 24-second shot clock violation, but Knicks almost had a steal there right there. All right, Knicks will inbound. Shaman will inbound to Deuce. Down 7. 11:03, early fourth quarter. Knicks with the ball. Deuce with the ball. Over to Bridges. Bridges out to Towns. Fake the three-point shot. Shot is up. No good, but Towns will be going to the free throw line.
Well, listen. I'll I'll take that he's getting fouls on these dudes, but it's like, would you rather just him take the shot?
What
It's
Towns
like
got?
it's hurting
What
him
Towns
just
got?
to drive.
We got a. There's a lion on his tat on his arm. Yeah, there's a lion. All right, Towns at the free throw line with 20 points in this game tonight, man. Towns, his first free throw is good. That's that line on his forehand. That's like a little line. Should have been much bigger, bro.
Who, for Towns?
Yeah, that tat. That's a tat of a line. Is it a?
I don't know.
All right, Towns' second free throw is good, and it's a 5-point game, 100-95. All right, Bulls inbounds. It's Trey Jones over to Giddey. Giddey with the ball. Knicks on a 10-2 run. Giddey around the screen in the lane. Shot is up and good. 102-95. Knicks inbounds a Deuce. Deuce with the ball over to Towns. Towns. Turnover. Throws a Deuce to turn the ball over. Two eyes. Like, bro, what are you doing, man? It's like, we don't need turnovers, man. We got to come down and get some good shots. We're trailing. All right, Bulls ball. Trey Jones inbounds to Smith. Smith with the ball over to Giddey. Giddey with the ball over to Smith. With the ball around Okoro screener because Okoro just like moving Deuce all over the place. No call. And Trey Jones moving one side. Shot is up. And Trey Jones just pushed off on Bridges on that rebound. Giddey in the lane. And it's blocked by Bridges. And Bridges is saying, like, no, it went off of what you call it.
It did.
Yeah. They should have challenged or whatever. It's like, now they get the ball back. If you felt it was, it should have been like Trey Jones shot is up, no good. But he's fouled. See? He gets a foul on that because if you said that was like, you should try to like get the ball right back. So now they'll get a chance to put points on the board off of a turnover they should have had.
Yeah, but I don't know how you balance that out. I think you challenge that? I mean, the refs got to see that. The guy was standing right there.
You could challenge the play. It's an out of bounds play. Once it calls on, you could challenge the play. The Knicks got to challenge it. They want to challenge it. You got another challenge. You see what I'm saying? But this is the dumb. That's what I'm saying. You let a guy get free points off of a turnover that they shouldn't even have. I mean, the ref should have seen it, but the ref ain't gonna. I mean, they ain't gonna like. You got to challenge the play. If Bridges was that adamant about the play, he saw the play. Like they should be like, yeah, let's get the ball. I mean, you down. All right, Trey Jones, and he makes both free throws. 104-95. Knicks inbounds. Anunoby over to McBride. McBride with the ball over to Towns. Back to McBride. Over to Bridges. Bridges to Towns. Towns at the top of the key to McBride around the Towns screen. Over to Shamet. 3-point shot from the elbow and it's good. We need that. 104-98. Shut up and go back on defense. All right, Knicks with the ball. Bulls with the ball. Whoa, somebody got thrown back. And Buzelis misses the shot, rebounded by Towns. Over to Bridges, over to Anunoby. Anunoby, how he not fouled? And that's a foul about time. So Anunoby will be at the free throw line. And Anunoby's another player that he got to pick his game up, man. That's the dude that got to pick his game up is Anunoby. You got to pick up the game on the offensive side. Got to be more aggressive. Got to score.
Well, I wouldn't disagree with you on that. I mean, as far as everything else, I think he really needs to find some way to get buckets.
All right, his first free throw is good. 104-99. And the second free throw is no good. Rebounded by Smith over to Giddey. 5-point Knicks. 5-point Bulls lead. Giddey with the ball, guarded by Bridges. Over to Buzelis. Buzelis around a Cora screen, guarded by Shamet. Buzelis shot in the lane off the glass is good. 106-99. Knicks inbound. Shamet to McBride. Deuce with the ball, guarded by Jones. Over to Bridges, guarded by Giddey at the elbow. Bridges, fall away jump shot from the baseline is good. 106-101. It look like these guys are trading baskets, man. Bulls inbounds to Trey Jones. Trey with the ball. Over to Giddey. In the corner to Buzelis. Out to Jalen Smith from the and wow, he gets to roll 109-101 from the elbow 3-point shot from Jalen Smith. Knicks inbounds to Deuce. Over to Shamet. Shamet in the lane. Over to Towns. Towns. Over to McBride. Shot is up, and it is blocked by Jalen Smith. Rebounded by Trey Jones, and here comes the Bulls. Jones with the ball looking.
That's what I'm talking about.
Over to Buzelis. Buzelis over to Giddey. Giddey with the ball around the Smith from Giddey in the lane. Shot is up and blocked by Townsend. Good save over to McBride. Over to OG. And the ball is deflected out. It'll be Knicks ball. Towns. That took a lot out of him. No more block shots from him for the rest of the game. He said that took a lot out of him.
Yo, that took a lot of effort, huh?
No, but you know why it took an effort? Because he blocked it and he made the effort to get it back.
Oh, right.
So that's yeah. So we got a double. We got rewarded twice on that. And Towns will take a seat now. Mitchell Robinson's in the game. Knicks inbounds, set the inbounds. 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Knicks and Brunson is back also to Shaman. Back to Brunson. Brunson around the Robinson screen in the corner to wide open Bridges for the 3-point shot, and it's good. 109-104. Bulls inbounds. Trey Jones. Man, Jalen Smith is those are offensive fouls, man. This dude is moving on these screens. Sumo, his 3-point shot is no good. Rebounded by Smith. DeSoma thought about it and fouled by Robinson. And Brunson saying like his dude is like Brunson saying like he used this like he pushed off.
Yeah, he swung his arm just to get around him.
Yeah, they could challenge that too. But they're not. So DeSoma at the free throw line.
Who they call that foul on? Mitchell or Brunson?
I think on runs DeSoma's first free throw is good. And Vucevic is back. And Herdick is back in the game after going to the locker room. So he looked like he's ready for some more fouls. He got some fouls to get. DeSoma second free throw is up and it's good. 111-104. 7:32 left to go in the fourth quarter. 7-point Bulls lead. All right, Knicks inbound. Bridges to Brunson. Brunson with the ball. Over to Robinson. Back to Brunson. Brunson. Over to Shaman, back to Robinson, back to Brunson. Look, like I said, I've seen that. I think Brunson just don't like to find out. That was
no.
Robinson.
That's what I keep telling you about your point guard. He's wide open. That's an easy play to throw a lob. and get your layup. Come
But
on, dude. He's gotta make. So when you tell me about guys not going to the basket, that's a prime example.
No,
That's a
but
prime example right there.
right. But I mean, I say on other podcasts, Brunson has never really been a point guard that can find those big guys like that. Like I said, and those he could score like about 3-4 assists off of those things on every game, but he doesn't do it. And that's his right. And like I said, the thing with Robinson, Barrett was the only player on the Knicks that found Robinson on his drives like that for easy baskets all the time. He found them more than point guards. The point guards that we've had, they can't find these guys for some reason. Like I say,
it's just Brunson thinks score
no,
first.
I know, and that's part of the problem. Like I said, point guards like Chris Paul know that play. Like he run that play and just keep throwing it and throw the lob because he knows it. And the thing that Brunson don't seem to understand is those are easy plays for Brunson, and he doesn't seem to understand. It's just like you got to do those type of things. Deuce with a 3-point shot from the elbow and it's good, 113, 107. But that's what I'm saying. But that's the thing. But that's the coaching staff. You got to get on your point guards to do that, though. You know what I'm saying? And Brown, I mean, Tibbs didn't really get on now. Brown, that's your job to get on Brunson to make sure those plays. Robinson can get a lot of those plays. They just don't find them. He's always open for those plays. They don't find them. And those are easy baskets that we just giving away. Those are baskets.
I mean, they doubling you, dude. You gotta get the ball out of your hands. Stop pounding the ball. Nah, that's what I always say.
But even if you don't lob it, bounce. I mean, throw it through their legs, bounce past to somebody, get the ball through them. I mean, Chris Paul does it all the time. Like I said, he could lob it, or he could bounce past him, and that's a wide open dunk. It's just like, man, this is.
Well, like I told you, there's some things I could put on the efforts of certain players, but when Mitchell Robinson, he does the same thing. That's the difference between him and Towns. Towns won't roll. Well, he did in the early beginning, but Robinson will because he can't shoot. The only reason why Towns will pop is because it spreads the floor. Sometimes you don't mind Towns doing it because it does spread the floor. But he needs to give. If the simple fact is you popping, you're making it easier for your man just to guard you and still be guarding Brunson.
And that's what I'm saying. And like I said, in today's NBA, I look at it, it's like back in the them guys used to do that a lot. They found him like Chris Paul. Like I said, Chris Paul found he did a pick and roll a lot with Tyson Chandler with the Pelicans and all. He did that same all the time. I mean, that was like the easy. That was they scored like 10, 12 points a game off of that stuff, man. And it was easy.
But keep in mind, Lob City with the Clippers, he did it a lot with DeAndre.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right,
like come on, because he can't shoot. Only thing he can do is bang it. So he caught lobs.
I mean, Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo do it too because Rondo can score. Rondo find his guys for layups, dunks, and all that type of stuff. Like
Rondo wasn't he was a different point. He was a point guard. You know what I mean? And then times when you needed Rondo to score, he couldn't score like a Brunson could score.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But see, the difference is, Rondo found other players to score, and Rondo had assists. If you got like 9-12 assists a game, it's just as good as even if you don't score because you're giving assists to other guys to score and all that type of stuff. It's just as good. And that's what people say is like just because he scored like 8 points, but he had like about 16 assists, and Rondo used to get a lot of assists a game. That's the whole thing. The assist is just as good as, like I said, like as if you ain't even score. You get other people involved, and when you do that a lot, you get the other team in foul trouble because they fouling the dunker. You see what I'm saying? That's a lot of fouls. But the one thing that Rondo and those guys, they penetrated. Those guys penetrated and they got in there. And everybody know Rondo couldn't score. He couldn't shoot. But Rondo found people, like I said, Rondo, and that's what he cared about. Rebounding. He get double rebounding assists. That's what he cared about.
That's all.
Getting those guys involved and getting a score. Because he understands, like, the more they score, and also it makes the game easier for me. All right, 6-point Bulls lead. And Josh Giddey with 28 points already. Looking like he's going for a triple-double. All right, Bulls inbounds to Dosunmu. Ayo Dosunmu with the ball over to Giddey. Giddey around the Vucevic screen. Over to Vucevic, and he has to shoot the three-point shot. No good. Rebounded by Robinson. Over to Brunson. Brunson down 6. Brunson guarded by Herter. Can't play him. Over to Robinson. Robinson back to Brunson. Brunson over to Deuce McBride in the corner to OG Anunoby. His three-point shot is good and is down to a 3-point game. 113-110. Bulls quickly inbounds to Patrick Williams. Over to Vucevic. Over to Giddey. Giddy with the ball over to Vucevic. Vucevic to Ayo Dosunmu. He don't want to shoot. Down over to, I don't know how Bridges didn't get that steal. Giddy lays it up and in. Bridges was there to get that steal, man, off that pass. All right, 115, 110. Nick Brunson with the ball over to Deuce. Deuce with the ball back to Brunson. Around the Robinson screen. Brunson looking, throws in the corner to OG again. Another 3-point shot is good. 115, 113. All right, Bulls with the ball. Giddy over to Vucevic. Over to Herter. Herter with the ball. Herter, that's a hook. That's a hook on Robinson. He hooked Robinson.
He did. But it's
oh my God, that was so blatant.
Watch Vucevic in the lane. He's in there like over. Get out of here.
Patrick Williams with the ball over to Dosunmu. His 3-point shot is good. 118, 113. We'll live with that. 5-12 left to go.
With that, but my God, it should have been some kind of turnover within that sequence of events right there.
Bro, that was a definite offensive foul on Herter. I mean, the hook was, I said, oh my God, is the referee looking right at you, hooking the dude.
That Vucevic in the lane over 10 seconds. I mean, like, come on. How long can he stand in the paint?
All right, Knicks inbounds. Brunson inbounds, looking to inbound. Over to Deuce. Brunson around the Robinson screen. Brunson, pull-up jump shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Dosunmu. And here comes the Bulls. Over to Giddy. Giddy guarded by Bridges. Over to Vucevic. Vucevic with the ball. Over to Dosunmu. Looking down to Vucevic, who lays it up and in. 120 to 113. Knicks quickly inbounds to Brunson. Brunson with the ball guarded by Herter. Around the Robinson. Herter's just fouling Brunson all day long. Bridges 3-point shot from the corner, elbow good. 120 to 116. I mean, Herter is fouling these guys all game long. Vucevic with the ball over to Williams, over to Giddy. Giddy back to Vucevic at the top of the key, guarded by Robinson. Williams, wide open 3-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Deuce with the ball over to Brunson. Brunson guarded by Herter again. Brunson, wow, out to Deuce. Deuce with the ball around an OG screen. McBride, fall away shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Herter. Here comes the Bulls. Herter with the ball over to Patrick Williams. And that's a charge.
Thank God.
That's a charge.
So I'm thinking like McBride, cut off the pass. How does that no McBride? Well, Brunson, somebody. Don't tell me they're challenging that. They can't challenge that.
Who's challenging? They can't. No, they can't challenge it. Don't they? They are the challengers. Yeah, I don't think they don't have no more challenge because they lost that challenge on that. That calls over on that town, so they can't challenge. But yeah, that was a charge though. I mean, that was a
clear charge.
Yeah, same thing. If Towns was doing the same thing, they'd have called the same thing too. They'd have called an offensive foul like they call in other games. That's a clear charge.
Mm-hmm.
120 to 116. Another high-scoring game for the Knicks and the Bulls.
Yeah, what was the over-under? I think the over-under was 230 on this.
Yeah, they got it. It was 233.
Oh, 233, yeah.
Yeah. The Sixers game was 233 too. They didn't get that. They only got 217. It's like their game was like they did in the second half, so they must have been missing more shots because they the first half they had like over 120, 15 or 20 points combined.
Oh well, so, they was in good track to eclipse that.
Yeah, until the second half, and then they might have got the call. It's OG. Yeah, OG he had position regardless. OG had position. Yeah, huh? Yeah, he might have got a call like slow it down and like, hey, stop it. He's yo, I'm telling you, yo, they might as well just make this whole thing out, man. Get this whole ring going and stuff like that. Let's just start start getting these guys, get them out of their foxholes, sniff them out them foxholes. You know what I'm saying? Have these guys on the run, right? Dude's like, I gotta get out of the country.
Yo, you would think that more people would be scared of the fact, like I said, Terry Rozier, you just was investigated. The Michael Porter Jr.'s, your brother just like, you would think it's too close for comfort. I'm not going to even push the limits to mess up my checks. Those are good checks to be getting for you to mess those up.
It's my Chauncey, man. Chauncey, you're a coach, man. It's like, yo, this is spelled doom. This is spelling doom.
Chauncey wasn't as bad as Terry Rozier, though.
No,
Terry Rozier was making what, 22, 28 bill or something?
No. I know, but Chauncey's in there with, like I said, the poker with the mall. He's in bigger water too.
Yeah, but he wasn't betting on games. He was just playing poker.
No, but he involved in games that have lost money. Like a lot of people lost. That's a high too, though. I mean, look who you're affiliated with. So
the only reason why he's tied in is because they was cheat. If you was
no,
losing
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's what makes it even bad, and who the company you're associated with. All right, back to action. 120 to 116. Knicks got to make some buckets here. All right, Towns is back in the game for the Knicks. Brunson with the ball out to Towns. Wide open 3-point shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Giddey. Here comes the Bulls over to Jones. Jones with the ball over to Giddey. Giddey across the timeline, guarded by OG. Over to Trey Jones. Trey with the ball. Out to Giddey. His wide open 3-point shot from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Vucevic, but he is fouled. So the ball is foul on the floor. But like I said, Bulls been on 120 Knicks, man. Knicks got to score, man. Got to score. Got to score. The game is right here.
That's weak, Bob Brunson. Come on, dude. How about try boxing him out? What are you holding his arm for?
That's what I'm telling you. The effort level Brunson give on defense is just like it's kind of crazy, bro. It's just like
dude.
So now what's name would be at the free throw line. The Bulls are in the bonus.
What are we doing out there?
Knicks ain't in the bonus. Okay, all right. Vucevic first free throw is up, and it's no good. Good. Keep missing these free throws, man. At least one or two. I'll take 1 out of 2. 20 points for Vucevic, 7 rebounds. Vucevic's next free throw is up, and this one is good. 121-116. But the Knicks got to score. Got to score the basketball, man. Got to score. Got to score on these trips, and then get some stops, man. We getting some little stops, but we not scoring. It's a 5-point game. Brunson with the ball. Guard him at the top, and throws to Anunoby. Over to McBride. McBride guarded by Herter. McBride in the lane to Anunoby. Fall away jump shot is up. Can't roll in. No good. Rebounded by the Bulls. It's like this is what's plaguing them, man. It's like at times when they need some buckets, can't get the buckets. All right, Giddey in the lane, looking, finds Trey Jones, guarded by Brunson. Back out to Giddey, to Vucevic, right by Towns. His floating lane is up and good. And they just scoring. That's all. These guys are scoring. And the Knicks ain't getting no buckets. They coming down, not getting no buckets, empty trips. And that's why they're not coming back. And it's just like wasting Towns. Wide open shot. Can't hit the shot. That's part of the problem.
Get him out the game, dude. Get him out the game.
Roll to the ball. Vucevic in the lane. Spins. Lays it up and in. And a foul. And he'll be at the free throw line to complete the 3-point play. Well, that's what happens.
Now, when you say players is better than the players, or who's better than who's who, it doesn't equate to what the factors look like. Like I said, Vucevic don't get paid as much as Towns, but look what he's doing.
Right. But that's what I'm saying to me. That's what I'm saying. These players are playing with more of a confidence than the players who are getting. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, they playing with a aggression fever. It's like we not doing that. We're going through the motions. That's what I keep trying to say. The Knicks got to raise their level of play. Their players have to raise their level of play. That's what I'm saying. It's like they got to produce. At the end of the day, it's like these other guys are producing with no problem. You know what I'm saying? It's like guys got to produce. You got to produce. It's like there's no excuses for these guys. They got to play. You're getting paid to play. That's what they pay you for. You got to play up to your level.
Well, you say that, but Towns has
Oh, and he lays it up in there. Look at that defense. Poor defense. See?
right
That's what I'm saying.
because what they're doing is playing again. Look at what they keep doing. They keep pick and rolling with Towns because they want Towns to come off his man, which he keeps doing. So he can't guard Giddey. He can't guard Vuj. He can't guard anybody on the perimeter. So he's a liability. Brunson is a liability on defense. So it's like one of those things. Like you see what's happening. Pick and roll every play. But the last 3 trips by the Knicks on offense, 2 jump shots by Towns short. Cool. Jump shot by Brunson. To me, he rushed into a 3-point shot. Do we need to get the shots up quicker? Yes, the clock is ticking. But the fact is, we're rushing shots to get bad shots, and nobody's rebounding the ball.
Well, listen, at the end of the day, like I said, the shots are there. We're not making the shots, bro. That's the bottom line. And those are wide open shots. Those are good looks and stuff like that. We're not making them. They're making their shots. That's the bottom line. They're making their shots. And it don't matter who is taking the ball. These guys are playing with confidence. They could care less who's out there. You know what I'm saying? They could care less if they got going up against LeBron James or whoever. These guys got confidence. The Knicks on the other end don't look that way. They playing with guys who are less of them and these guys, and they still not even playing up there. But that's what I'm saying. They're not playing with no energy, no nothing. And that's what I'm saying. And then at the end of the day, you look at it, like I said, you shouldn't even fall behind like 15, 20 points to a team. You say you got to play, you got to pick up your level of play. And this is why they keep losing. You're going to keep losing because you're pick and choosing when you want to play or put some energy into the game. You got to put energy into the game for long stretches, bro. And you got to make shots. Like I said, all this is like you're getting shots just like they getting shots. They're making their shots. You're not making your shots. All right, Knicks with the ball. Brunson, 1:38 left to go. Knicks are down 12 now. Step back 3-point shot by Towns, no good. And foul on the rebound. But at the end of the day, like I said, man, it comes down to it. It's going to keep on happening. They're going to keep playing the same way. It's going to keep on. It don't matter what team you play. It's going to be the same results. Other teams are playing with more energy and more passion. And they're playing better defense, giving better effort on defense, even though they're fouling.
Here we go again.
Backdoor and lays it up and in. And Bulls inbounds to Giddey with the ball across the timeline, guarded by OG. 128, 118. And Josh Giddey. And that's what I say. You got like an answer for Josh Giddey. Like I said, all this is, like I said, it's just the players, like I said, their level of play is just atrocious on the defensive end. It's just bad defense. All right, Knicks inbounds. Runs with the ball, and he said, "Now you want to score. When you had a chance with them, when they wasn't scoring, you wasn't scoring. Now they blowing you out. Now you want to come back and score. This is what I'm talking about.
No, that's
got to get baskets at the right minute.
When you stop taking jump shots. Again, we went into taking too many jump shots to shoot ourselves back into the game. That's where our downfall most of the time. The same thing with Towns. You're not hitting jump shots. Why not get into the post? Why not get into some other actions where we're not relying on you to hit a jump shot if you're not hitting that jump shot?
Well, you see on that play with Brunson, what did Brunson do? He drove the ball all the way down. He didn't play around the perimeter like they've been playing around the perimeter, though. Like I said, they act like they can't get by their men or something like that, and then he's selling for jump shots or something like that. You got to get by your man. You got to penetrate. You got to penetrate. The guards got to penetrate. You can't play around the horn. You put the ball around the horn, that's what you're going to be left with, outside jump shots. And like I said, these guys they playing against, they can get by these guys. They acting like they can't get by these guys. You can get by these players. The other team is doing it to you. They're getting by you. They're getting in the lane. Right. You see what I'm saying? They're not playing on the perimeter. The Knicks guards, and that's what they got to emphasize to these guards. Get inside, penetrate inside. But you see them, they pass the ball around the horn, and that's just like.
Well, you got to also remember too, those guards are bigger than our guards. So
they bigger, but that means you can get bottom. You're quicker, you're smaller. Why can't you get bottom? Smaller guards cause more problems for people.
Yeah, listen, I don't know why you keep equating just because they're smaller, they're supposed to be faster. That's not always the case.
That's not always the case, but like I said, in today's NBA, that is the case.
No,
They're
with
supposed to be
who?
faster than them guys.
Brunson is faster than who?
He should be faster than if Giddy's playing him. He's faster to get by Giddy than playing him.
Okay, I haven't seen
Herder,
that. You've seen Brunson move his feet to be faster than Giddy this whole game.
No, he's supposed to. Me, that's what I'm saying. No,
What do you mean he's
hasn't.
supposed to?
Okay,
What does that mean?
Okay, but but what I'm saying is, you talking about Giddy. So you're gonna make an excuse for every single player? You're getting paid $40 million. No. What I'm saying is, you're a better player than you're an all NBA player. You're supposed to get by these guys, bro. You're an all NBA player. You can't make excuses like they can't get by this guy. That's not how it goes. You're a better player than these guys. If it's not Giddy, who is it? Is another player? You gonna be another team gonna be like, oh, he can't get by. He can't. You got to get by somebody. You're getting paid money, bro. You're an all NBA player. You're an all-star. You're an all-star player. We just
went over that. You keep telling me you'll say Towns is a better player than Vucevic, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to be a better player than Vucevic.
So Vucevic the whole game has been outplaying Towns.
But to me, that's what we're saying. They're outplaying the Knicks player. That's why I keep trying to say they're outplaying the Knicks. The Knicks got to pick up their level of play. That's what I'm saying. You can't. Okay, you play against Sacramento, then this other player gonna be better. Then you play against another team. You can't keep saying that against these other teams. That's what I'm saying. These players got to pick up their level of play. You're a better player than this guy. You're supposed to play better than these guys. Every single game, you're supposed to play better. It's like, why are these other guys playing better than you? Because they're giving more of an effort. You're not giving the effort. That's the whole thing. You're going through the motions. You're shooting jump shots, and you're hardly getting back on defense. You're hardly doing this. That's not going to equate to wins. If you can't get the production out the player, then it's like I said, you're just wasting money on players that's not producing. And like I said, that's why they play the games. It's going to show in the games. Yeah, you can pay the players all they want. But like I said, they look good on paper. On paper, it looks good. But when they play the actual game, it's a different story.
Right.
You think these players are scared of you because you're an all-star, you're an all-pro? These guys are coming right at you. Take it right to these guys. You're not taking it to these guys. You got to pick up your level of play.
And that's the thing that I like to see, because you have a team of no brand names that stand out to you, but they coming out every night to play.
Scrappy, yeah, they're playing scrappy. They're doing things, and like I said, and they making shots that, like I said, you're wide open. If you're making shots, you're either gonna make it or you're gonna miss it. But most of the time they're making it, like I said. Now, if you got defensive players on them, and up in their shirts, they're not gonna be taking a lot of them shots because they got defense being played on. But there's no defense being played, so they're giving you the same open opportunities that you giving them. They're making their shots. You got to make your shots, bro. Right. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't make those shots, you're gonna keep getting these same results. And they could go back. It's like, oh, we gotta go back to the drawing board. You can go back to the drawing board all you want to do. It's not going to change nothing. When the horn sounds, you get out on the court, and those guys are giving more of an effort than you. It's not going to change anything. It has to change with you as the player. The players got to pick up their level of play and their energy level. They got to play with an energy. And just like you see when you see Brunson, some of these defensive plays, you'll be like, yo, that's not an effort. Those are bad effort that he's giving out there. That ain't going to change.
Because what I could tell you, Brunson is not a fast point guard. He's a strong point guard, but not quick.
Yeah, he's not a fast point guard like this. But even so, even if you're not fast, you still get around. This players that's been slow in the back in the league that's been slow. They just crafted. They get around people and they do what they got to do. Correct. But the thing about it, they taking care of business. You got to take care of business too.
No.
I believe the same way he can take care of business, you can take care of business.
No, Brunson can take care of business on the offensive end. He could do whatever. But that's what I'm just saying. When you see the lackluster of him on the defensive end, he cannot move his feet fast enough to play defense, as you see in most of the games.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. As far as him offensively, he's a crafty, shifty player. That throws players off because they have to stay on top of that. But as far as anything else, no, he's a very slow player as far as like the speed wise. Shit, I guarantee you Horder could probably beat him in a race.
Well, just like back in the day, Manu Ginobili was not the fastest player. He was a great player though. He wasn't fast. He just did what he had to do.
No, he
So
knew
at the
how to
end of the
sit in
day,
front of people. He didn't go
right,
for a lot
right.
of plays.
But that's what I'm saying. But he wasn't the fastest player. He played good defense too, and he was a slow player. He wasn't the fastest player, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
the
different.
players.
But
No,
see,
no. What I'm saying is the player. It's just in the player themselves. It
right,
has nothing to do. It
right.
has to do with the player. If you just don't have it in you, you just don't have it in you because you don't want to give it or you can't give it. That's what I'm saying. Every individual is different. It's like who has it. Some people got it. Some people don't have it, or they don't want it. And then, like I said, they're not held accountable for it because the coaches don't do nothing. It's like yo, it's like if you don't hold them accountable, they're gonna keep on doing it, give them that effort that they. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But like I said, at the end of the day, the Knicks, look at it. Knicks, you give up 135 points to the Bulls. You're gonna have to play some type of defense at some point too. You're gonna play defense. Shooting is one thing, but you have to play some type of defense and allowing teams to score 135 points.
260 points total, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, Knicks on a 3-game losing streak now. Now they get home to Chicago, play Chicago again on this, face this team again in New York. Let's see what effort level they're going to give in New York. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to beat teams, if you don't score points. These teams are scoring points nowadays. They scoring. You got to score or you got to play some type of defense. If you're not playing no defense, you're going to have to score points to beat these teams. They're not, you're not going to win beating them like 102 to 104 or like 104, 103. These guys are scoring 120, 118. Like this. Knicks got to score, man. And they got to play better defense.
Well,
They scored 125 points in this game, which is a lot of points, but they got to play some defense.
right.
But the reason
Because if you out to defend most of these players, then they're not scoring 118 or 120 points. You
yeah,
know
but that's the whole thing. But that's why you got to get up and play defense. You can't have these guys have wide open shots. How many times I say wide open shot, he makes
right.
it. You got to get out
Well,
there, bro. You got to
well,
get
keep
out
in
there.
mind, when you look at their lineup, you don't think they have a bunch of shooters in their lineup?
Who?
Chicago.
No. I mean,
Giddy,
Herder's a shooter.
Herder,
Giddy's is a player. He's a scorer. He's a bucket. He can shoot threes and stuff like that. But like I said, if you play defense on these guys, like I said, that's the problem. And that's why we look at it like the guys are not playing defense. Even in the NBA, you look at the Knicks, Brunson, OG, Mikal Bridges. These guys can shoot too. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, they're not like pure shooters. But if you leave them open, they're gonna score. But if you play defense on them, then guess what? You stop them because now they got to keep pulling the ball around the horn because they can't penetrate. And they taking tougher shots. You got to make these other teams take tougher shots. You got guys who's not even a shooter like because you're not on them. You leave them wide open. How many times you left? How many times they left Vucevic open for a 3-point shot? I mean, and the dude was hitting 3-point shots. You got to stay closer to the dude. And if you stay closer to him, you can get a deflection. You can get a steal. But if you staying like by 8 feet away from the guy. Yeah, I mean, and we looking on the TV screen in real game. They probably further away than we think. You know what I'm saying? To us, it looked like they're close enough, but it's not. It's like, why are you so far off of that dude?
Because it's no different than Pat Williams. They was leaving. Okay. Towns call himself guarding Pat Williams. Pat Williams was pulling up. Again, you give him that much space, he's going to take the shot. If he's knocking him down, that's a plus for their team. Exactly.
But my whole thing is, who are you dropping back to play D on? Who? They acting like they stuck there. No,
because you keep saying who's he? He's not dropping back because he's trying to help out. He's dropping back because foot speed. Once Williams put that ball on the floor, he can't go.
Right, I got that, but with Cal. But I'm talking about even when Bridges is playing back off of dudes. Why you guys are dropping back off of the dudes so far? It's like, yo, you need to stay next to them dudes.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Because the only reason I say even with the Knicks like playing back, why are you playing back? You're not stopping nobody anyway. That's what I'm saying. It's a difference if you're making stops. You're not making stops, so you might as well just play up on your man. You're not making no stops. You're not helping out on defense anyway. And these guys acting like they dropping back to help on. You're not helping on defense. You're still getting cooked. That's what I'm saying. These guys are still getting cooked.
Well, listen. This is one game now that most of the guys, even with McBride being back, Mitchell Robinson being back. Like I said, listen, I just think they need to. I think Brown needs to come up implementing more stuff. Like if they don't have to switch on the defensive end or pick and rolls, they need to do more. They need to be more objective on like really moving and cutting. Like not just going stationary. Like, only person that's moving is Brunson because he's moving to keep going to go get the ball.
Yeah, Sean, let me give these final stats, man. Final stats in this game. Once again, Knicks lose 135 to 125. Knicks are now on a 3-game losing streak. The Bulls stay undefeated. They go to 5-0 on the season. Final stats for the Knicks. OG Anunoby, 24 points with 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Karl Anthony Towns, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Mitchell Robinson back in the lineup, 4 points, 6 rebounds. No, 11 rebounds. 11 rebounds. Mikal Bridges finishes with 23 points and 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, the high man for the Knicks, finishes with 29 points, 7 assists. So it was good production from the starting lineup, like I said, from the bench. From the bench, Gerson Yabusele with 3 points, Jordan Clarkson with 6, Landry Shamet with 4, Deuce McBride with 8 points off the bench. Overall shooting for the Knicks, 45 of 91 for 50%. 3-point shooting, Knicks was 18 for 45 for 40%. Free throw shooting, Knicks was 17 of 23 for 74%. Knicks finished with only 39 rebounds, 27 assists. For the Chicago Bulls, Isaac Okoro finishes with 3 points. Buzelis, 13 points. Nikola Vucevic finishes with 26 points and 7 rebounds. Trey Jones finishes with 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Josh Giddey, the high man in the game, finishes with 32 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists in the game. Off the bench, Jalen Smith with 10 big points off the bench. Patrick Williams with 9 points. Kevin Huerter with 12 points. Ayo Dosunmu with 22 points off the bench. And there it is, the bench scoring. Really big again for the Bulls off the bench. Overall shooting for the Bulls, 45 of 84 for 54%. 3-point shooting, 17 of 37 for 46%. Free throw shooting, 28 of 35 for 80%. And they finished with 41 rebounds and 31 assists in the game. Shout out to the chats. G Money, what's up? Also, Neymar, thanks for stopping through. Tyrone Hall, Dewani, Rye Bread. Let's see who else is in here. Yep, that was it, man. Hey, once again, man, Knicks go down 135 to 125, man. Everybody's scoring on the Knicks. Knicks got to come up with something on defense or something. They got to come up with some defensive thing. Guys got to step up their game, play better. Especially on offense, they got to, like I said, shoot the ball better and stuff on offense. Go to the basket, drive more, get to the free throw line, stop settling for the 3-point shots. I know the Knicks they want to put up 43-point shots, but you can put up 43-point shots if you're not making them. It doesn't make a difference. You got to make your shots. If they're not falling, go do something else. Make it, he finds other ways of scoring instead of just selling for jump shots.
But turning into Boston.
Right. That's what I say. Shooting. But it's one thing if you're making shots. If you ain't making shots, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You don't live by the 3.
Basically, that's what we did this game. That's 8 for what do you say? 8 for 45?
18 for 45.
Oh, 18 for 45. Well,
but their problem is the defense too. Their defense, they wasn't playing defense, and that's part of the problem. So if you're not gonna be shooting well, you got to play defense. You got to do something. You got to give up something. You got to do something. You know what I'm saying? You got to sacrifice something else for something else, man. Because at the end of the day, that ain't gonna cut it, man. You know what I'm saying? They got to come up with something, man. They got to shoot the ball much better than what they're shooting. They got to make some defensive stops. Guys got to stop having defensive lapses, having guys cut backdoor, guys get in the lane on them, driving on them, stuff like that, man. It's like, man, they got to come up with something. Man. Because, like I said, they can go back and look at the tapes and also because I can look at the tapes and I can tell you what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? The effort level. The guys got to put up a better effort level. We got to stop falling behind in games against teams. You're falling behind is like, yo, that's like a double-edged sword. Now you gives you got to waste more energy to make a comeback when you didn't have to make a comeback. Just keep the effort level there and keep teams down. If you do that and you be winning, teams gonna be trailing. It's like you're gonna end up winning more games. But if you're gonna be trailing a lot of games, every game, and it don't matter who we play. We play the Bulls today. We could play Memphis the next day. We could play the Phoenix Suns. We could play, the Cavaliers. We could play the Brooklyn Nets. The Pelicans. It don't matter. At some point, the excuses got to stop. These guys got to play the game. I mean, we as fans could, say things and do things, but it's up to the players. They got to step their game up, man. If they think they're really doing something, they're not doing nothing. You got guys coming at you, you know what I'm saying? On other teams, they coming at you with aggression, with with confidence and all stuff, and you're just playing like you're just running through a lily field or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to man up. You got to put on your big boy shorts and man the hell up, man, and play your game. Produce. That's what you're here for. The bench guys got to step up. They got to make shots. They got to come in. They got to produce. You got to come in and either, give us a lead or, sustain a lead or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you can't come in and have the lead expand when you in the game. You know what I'm saying? You got to give the effort level. The same way their bench is coming in and going right at you, go right back at these guys. You got to bring fire. You got to put fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? You got to come with that same type of energy level.
Sounds about right.
Knicks, Sunday night, they'll be back here again Sunday night in New York this time. Like I said, what's going to be the difference? Like I said, if the Bulls will continue to make shots, the Knicks, if they keep missing shots, they're going to be the same thing. The Bulls are 5-0 on the season. And a lot of it, like I said, they just scoring the ball. I mean, they ain't doing nothing too special. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. The bench points. 53 bench points for the Bulls to 21 for the Knicks. That's a 32-point difference. Not going to cut it. Points off a turnover. Bulls got 25 points off a turnover. Knicks only 12. Points in the paint. 54 points in the paint for the Bulls, 38 for the Knicks. But there's a difference. They beat us in every category. But the bench points, 32 points they outscored us by off the bench. 32. That's what I keep saying. When our guys come off the bench, you've got to produce. You got to produce. The shots are there. You got to make the shots. Or fast break, I don't care what you do, but make the basket. It's not you coming in and just jacking up shots and going down the lane and go back and, you know what I'm saying? You got to score the ball because the bench is going to be a big component for the Knicks this season. Mike Brown uses the bench. Tibbs didn't utilize the bench. The bench is in there. You got to take advantage of your opportunities. This is the opportunity everybody been talking about. They want it. The opportunity's here. Take advantage of the opportunity. That's what I'm saying. Take advantage.
Yeah, listen, pride, effort, and consistent play, or like you said, making shots, will definitely start turning around your season. At this point, if they're not doing either of those things, listen, this is just going to be a huge drop off to where they are now. It's not going to get no better if nobody's trying to change the atmospheres where things is at this point. They gotta revamp where the energy is and put that more energy into the game, and the outcome would definitely be different.
And I know I want to laugh, but in the words of my boy Smoke, man, it's like, yo, it's too early. But I'm gonna tell you right now. Let me say this: it's not too early for them to have a players only meeting. You need a players only meeting right now to see what the hell's going on and hold people accountable. And see, they need a players only meeting because this is ridiculous. Some of the effort level that you see out there, guys are not being accountable. The season just started, and to have a players only meeting to hold people accountable and air out your opinions, it's like, come on now. This is ridiculous, man.
Well, that's what I don't really think they need that right now because
they need it right now. It's not too early. They need it right now.
Yeah, because if you start calling out players, then that means some people's going to be in their feelings.
It don't matter. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're here for. Guys are getting paid. These guys are not getting paid peanuts. They're getting paid money. When you're getting paid big time money, you're going to be held accountable because the season just started. You don't want to derail your season already because this little snowball, it could snowball into more. Because you're on a 3-game losing streak. You're 2-3 on the season. You know who's in first place? Philadelphia's in first place. I think they lost. They 4-1. But the Knicks are in second place. But the Knicks could probably be in third place by now, or whatever. But like I said, the season had high expectations for this team.
I know that's what you're going off of. I didn't go off of that because I knew the Knicks still had to grow into this roster, grow into this new coach. Listen, we all want them to be the superiority team that hasn't performed to that level to be yet. So we can't put them there unless they put themselves there.
Yeah, we can't put them there. But at the end of the day, like I said, at the end of the day, the effort level got to be up. Everything's got to be up. We can have a new coaching staff and new stuff like that. Guys still got to perform, and at the same point, that's the whole thing. I can't just give an excuses because we got a new coach and new. Yeah, that's cool to learn the new plays and stuff like that. But when you're getting shots and you're not making shots, that ain't gonna change. That has nothing to do with scheme or error. That's you.
Right.
You got to make them shots. If you making shots, you ain't worried about all this new stuff out there and all this stuff. It's like you're gonna win games. But if you keep losing games, and like I said, the teams coming up, we play the Bulls again. Look how we played against them. They got confidence against us. We come out, start doing the same thing where we're not making shots, and they start making shots and get a lead. What happens? It's gonna be the same thing again because the Knicks not giving too much of an effort early in the games. They just going through the motion, coming down, chucking shots, and doing stuff, and not getting back on defense. You got to get back on defense. And then the bench points, like I said, they outscored us by 32. If they outscored us by 32 again, they're going to win the game again. You see what I'm saying? Because every time you get an advantage, that helps the starters, that helps the team out. So the Knicks got to come up with something, man. The Knicks got to come up with something by Sunday, or else they're gonna be 2-4 on the season, where the Bulls gonna go to 6-0 on the season. And why the Bulls going to 6-0 on the season? Because the Bulls got rid of players too. They got some new players too. They got rid of Zach LaVine ain't there no more. Who else? DeRozan, they gone. These guys. They got Giddey. They got
top dogs to be still in the hunt like they are.
Because they giving effort. These guys are playing with effort and confidence. That's all it is. If the Knicks play with effort and confidence, they could do it. But like I said, we got guys stuck in cement. Your foot stuck in cement ain't gonna get out there, on defense and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Is this ball? Unbelievable, man. But we'll be back, man, Sunday, man, at 7:00, man. Make sure you tune back in, man, for the Man Cave podcast, man. Man, I want to thank everybody for this live stream between the Knicks and the Bulls. Once again, Knicks lose 135-125. If this is your first time to the Man Cave podcast, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on your way out, and also the Aboriginal Sports Network on your way out the door. And if you're following on Twitter, just hit that follow button for the Man Cave as well as the Aboriginal Sports. D, any final words you got?
Knicks got to play better, be better. Listen, the things we see will definitely change once Alexa off. Sorry. The things we see will change unless, things will change. I just think the Knicks have to find a groove. Teams like this shouldn't be in the hunt with us. We should be pounding them, but I think things will change. Alexa off.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: it ain't gonna change. The only thing that can change is the players themselves. The players got to hold themselves accountable. They're the ones out there who's doing the work and stuff like that. So if they don't change or something, it is not going to change. It's up to the players. The fans can't do it for you. The coaches can't do it for you. It's up to the players to do it. You're the one that's out there on the court. You're the one out there playing defense. You're the one out there playing offense. So you got to raise your game up. You know what I'm saying? This is what the season. This is your season. This is when the games counts early in the season. This is when the game counts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking at you like, you're one of the top teams in the East and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go out there and play like you're one of the top teams in the East, regardless of what's going on out there. You got to give your effort level and stuff like that. Everybody off the bench, you know what I'm saying? 1 through 10 or 1 through 11 players and stuff like that is a team. That's why it's a team sports. You got to give your effort level, man. It's like I said, if one player playing or two players playing good out of like 7 or 8, that's not a good thing. Everybody got to play. The free agents we signed, Yabusele, Clarkson, they got to get their game up. Their game has got to come up. Their game got to come up, bro. If their game don't come up, it's like, it's a lost cause, man. Guys got to play. You know what I'm saying? You got to play up to your level. That's all I'm saying. But we'll be back here Sunday at 7:00, man. So until then, man, we'll see you guys, man. Peace.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. Dot God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalize, mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in the show called The Man Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85 inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Remain calm, you on the road to chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with The Voice, you know who it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze, this is Alter Production. What that mean, we about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in, my man S.T.O.D. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly,